Thursday afternoon from Ricebird Field. We are just about 9 minutes away from first pitch. The coaches and the umpires are at home plate getting ready for the coaches' meeting to go over the ground rules and exchange the lineups as these two teams, located just 20 miles apart, are getting set to start the first of a varsity-junior varsity matchup here tonight. Stuttgart coming off of a couple of nice wins. They have opened their season with a 2-0 record. Ricebirds knocked off Heber Springs on Monday, final score 12-2. That was a run rule victory in the fifth inning. And then on Tuesday night, Stuttgart with a quality win over the Warren Lumberjacks, final score 3-0. Dagan Duncan, the winning pitcher on Tuesday. Nathan Spoon, the winning pitcher on Monday. Tonight, it's another non-conference matchup between the Ricebirds and the Dragons. Talking to Coach Brown just a moment ago, or actually I was listening into his conversation. The Dragons maybe have a few their older players not available tonight. Of course, DeWitt just finishing up their basketball season. They qualified for the 3A state tournament this year, losing in the first round to Rivercrest on, I believe it was either Monday or Tuesday. So there'll be a few young men that's not available for the Dragons this afternoon. So they'll be going with maybe a little bit younger crew than what they would typically have for the remainder of the season. Also, Lady Ricebird softball has had a good start to the season. Of course, Stuttgart with a mercy rule victory, 21-. Impressive win over North Little Rock, 16-6. Both of those in impressive win over North Little Rock, 16-6. Both of those in run rule fashion. Let's see, the Lady Ricebirds are in. They're actually off. They're in Monticello tonight, so that's going to be a big challenge. Of course, Monticello, always one of the better teams in Class 4A. Ricebirds will be traveling down to South Arkansas to take on the Lady Billies. First pitch in that one's 5 o'clock. We'll try to give you updates via Game Changer as we move through our baseball game here this afternoon. But the Lady Ricebirds and the senior boys also, the baseball team, 2-0 on the season. Let's see, I'm going to jump over here to soccer if I can find it. Ricebird soccer will be in action tomorrow night. They'll travel, both the boys and the girls will travel to Malvern, 5 o'clock for the ladies, and then the boys will follow thereafter. So still already a lot of spring sports underway. Track and field season a few weeks away before their first meet. They've started practicing, so just a lot going on here on the Grand Prairie. As the coaches and the umpires are finishing up their plate meeting, we are probably just a few moments away from the national anthem, starting lineups, all of that good stuff. And we're going to go at is the anthem coming up, Mr. Fontenot?
Hey, I'm waiting for our guys' lineup.
Waiting on, okay. All right, so we're waiting on a couple lineups. So while we do that, we'll go ahead and give you the starting lineups as we await the national anthem. We'll start with the visitors. That's the DeWitt Dragons. They are in the road blues with the gray bottoms, the blue tops. I don't have first names. I apologize for that, but we only were given last names and numbers, so we'll just have to give you the last names and their numbers. Leading things off will be the pitcher, number 1, Grisham. Batting second, the shortstop, number 7, last name is Pippinger. Hitting third, the center fielder, number 5, Bowers. Hitting in cleanup is the catcher, number 21, Poston. Number 5 batter is the third baseman, number 30, Rhodes. Then it's going to be number 3, the right fielder, Dale, in the 7th spot. The left fielder, number 4, Golden. In the 8th spot, the first baseman, number 10, Glidwell. And then hitting 9th and playing second base, number 27, Ross. So it's Grisham, Pippinger, Bowers, Poston, Rhodes, Dale, Golden, Glidwell, Ross. The pitcher is Grisham for the Dragons. Stuttgart has a starting lineup, a little shake-up, a few changes, moving some people around, mainly because of the pitching this afternoon. Leading things off, though, been at the top of the order all season, probably will stay there most of the season. The center fielder, number 4, Austin Fontenot, then number 9, the right fielder, Cameron Rogers. A little change in the middle, though. Dagan Duncan drops down to the cleanup spot. Bo Barnes moves into the number 3 position. He'll play third base. Dagan Duncan bats 4th and plays first. Hayden Pride bats 5th this afternoon. He'll be on the mound for Coach Brown. Axton McCray in the 6th spot playing shortstop. Nathan Spoon bats 7th. He's the designated hitter. Jay Griffin plays left and bats 8th. Kipton Carey will bat 9th and play second base. Luke Wittenberg is going to be behind the plate. So it is Fontenot, Rogers, Barnes, Duncan, Prine, McCray, Spoon, Griffin, Carey. Luke Wittenberg will be behind the plate. That's your battery, Wittenberg and Prine. So that's the starting lineup. We are just about, I would say 5 or so minutes away from first pitch in this one. And so as we get set for the starting lineups and the national anthem, we'll go ahead, take a commercial break as part of the Blue Seal Petroleum show, pregame show, and we will be back in 3 minutes. Back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network.
Hi, this is Jennifer Smith from Wilkerson Jewelers. The real value in any jewelry is the sentimental connection that you have to the pieces you own. The beautiful earrings your grandparents gave you when you graduated. The amazing engagement ring your fiancé surprised you with. The watch your company presented you with when you retired from your job. For over 50 years, Wilkerson's has been a part of those special moments. And we love that we get to be a small part of some of the most important experiences of your lives. No matter what your budget, come in to shop or check us out online at wilkersonjewelers.com. Easy financing and layaway are available. At Wilkerson Jewelers in beautiful downtown Stuttgart, we want to build memories with you.
Express Employment Professionals in Stuttgart has immediate openings for all job types and skill levels. Come in today to apply or go online to expresspros.com. Express is now hiring clerical, office administration, warehouse and production, equipment operators, CDL drivers, welders, machine operators, general labor, and all sorts of skilled trades. Even if you're just thinking about a new job, start your search with Express Employment Professionals at 1904 South Main in Stuttgart. Come in today or go online to expresspros.com.
Have the past few weeks sounded a little like this? And have you been feeling more like this? Then it's time to take care of you. It's time to find your calm at The Method by the Katie Shack, where everything you loved is still here, plus even more to help you restore, revive, rejuvenate, and relax. At The Method, you'll find massage therapy, a variety of facials, sauna sessions, red light therapy, pain treatments, yoga, personal nutrition guidance, personal training, permanent makeup services, and IV hydration therapy with a licensed nurse. Feeling better already? Then call 870-873-4300 or visit The Method by the Katie Shack at 2115 South Columbus Street. Make your appointment today and let's find your calm again.
Hi, this is Lori Ann Brown, and here at Farmers and Merchants Bank, we've been part of the community since 1945, and that means something important. We're locally owned and operated right here in Arkansas. The folks making decisions at our bank live right here. We know the soil, the community, and the value of your word. We combine the best of modern banking with old-fashioned, neighborly trust because our success is tied directly to yours. Come in and talk to a hometown expert. Farmers and Merchants Bank, rooted in Arkansas, growing communities, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Baptist Health Medical Center Stuttgart is your trusted partner in wellness. With services like cardiology, orthopedics, and women's health, we provide safe, expert care backed by Arkansas's largest and most preferred healthcare provider. Utilizing advanced technology and an emergency department staffed by highly qualified, dedicated providers, we provide the immediate care you and your family can count on when it matters most. Comprehensive services, knowledgeable caregivers, state-of-the-art technology, caring environment, Christian compassion. Trust Baptist Health. To learn more, visit baptist-health.com.
Ricebird Baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network. As we are just a few moments away from first pitch, we've had the national anthem. Stuttgart gathered up down the first base line. They're getting set to take the field. The Dragons are out of their dugout swinging some bats. They've got helmets on, so it looks like we're going to have, at worst, an on-time start. Might even get started just a little bit early tonight. It's a couple minutes early right now, so the Ricebirds take the field. We'll go ahead now. We've already given you the starting lineups. We'll give you the defensive alignment for Stuttgart here this afternoon, starting with our third baseman, Bo Barnes. Shortstop is Axton McCray. Second baseman for Stuttgart is Kipton Carey, and over at first base, Dagan Duncan. Your left fielder is Jay Griffin. Austin Fontenot patrols center, and Cameron Rogers is in right. Good thing Prine got that one out of the system. First warm-up pitch he sent to the backstop, so get that one out of the way before the game actually starts. Battery for this afternoon behind the plate, number 27, Luke Wittenberg. So he'll be catching with the normal catcher, Hayden Prine, on the mound. So familiar battery mates out there. They spend a lot of time together at practice. And that will be the battery this afternoon for Stuttgart. They're in the home white, same unis we saw them in on Monday. I'm not sure what they wore on Tuesday, but I bet they wore a different set. And got to let Mama get everything cleaned up, Mom, Dad, whoever does the laundry. Let them get the home whites cleaned up and pressure washed off or whatever it is that they do to get them clean. But it's going to be the white bottoms, the white vest tops with the maroon shirt underneath, white hat with the big maroon block S on the front. I do know that there's a few extra baseball hats available in the birdcage. So if anybody wants to pick up one of the Rice Birds 2026 season hats, you can head down to the birdcage at some point. You can pick one of those up. I think they've got 3 different colors. I'm not sure how many they have left available. DeWitt in the gray pants, the royal blue tops with DeWitt emblazoned across the front in gold. As you can tell, I'm just kind of wasting time here as we're waiting on the first pitch, giving you the obligatory uniform information. This should be about it for Prine, as he's probably hot and ready, just like that Little Caesar pizza down the road. Do they still do hot and readies at Little Caesars? Yeah. Typically, I would eat a hot and ready right now. Hot and ready on Friday nights and during football games. That's my typical Friday night supper. As Andrew Skinner chows down on his nightly apple. I know he ate one on Tuesday that possibly was the crunchiest apple I've ever heard. So he's talking about he hadn't had a Diet Mountain Dew in a few days. So it sounds to me like somebody's on a little bit of a caloric countdown, calorie counter or something. Oh, man, it's just terrible.
We can do hard things.
That's right. Sometimes you got to be able to do hard things. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. All right, we've wasted enough time. It's time for baseball as Wittenberg sends it down to second. They come have a conversation on the mound, and we're ready for the leadoff man for the Dragons. That's going to be the pitcher, number 1, Grisham. He'll bat from the right side. We have a 5:02 start, so just a tick late. 5:02 first pitch as Prine works out of the windup, and the first delivery is taken over but high for ball 1. Rice Birds pretty shallow in the outfield, maybe a tick shallower than they were on Monday night anyway. Certainly in left, as Grisham digs in and swings and misses. That pitch was pretty close to the same spot. Couldn't lay off of it, and the count goes to 1-1. Don't know our umpires tonight. Don't recognize either of these two gentlemen. 2-man crew here on this Thursday night. Sun shining from the west. As that's a swing and a miss at a fastball at the belt, and Prine's ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got a little rain to the northwest. Looks like it's going to stay away. Wasn't sure if this game was going to happen, in fact, when we went off the air on Tuesday, but forecast cleared up as Prine brings the 1-2, and that one misses up. He's been all fastballs so far, up, in fact. He's stayed up on Grisham. And the count goes to 2-2. Here's the next one. Curveball hit in the air to the right side. Rogers comes in, takes a couple of extra steps in, and he'll make the catch. F9 on the putout of Grisham as that curveball did its job. And there's one out here in the first. If you're listening from the central part of the county in DeWitt, welcome to you as well as you're listening to your Dragons and the Rice Birds here, Arkansas County battle. Dragons had a heck of a basketball season this year. Coach Cox took them to the 3A state tournament. They won that regional. I think that regional, I'm not sure where it was played, as the first one is a strike at the belt. Rice Birds, as we talked about on Monday, playing a little bit shorthanded. Keaton Byers unavailable, may not be available for the duration of the season. I know that Knox Hillman also unavailable, but that just gives some younger guys opportunities to get on the field as Pippinger laces that fastball into left field for the first hit of the game. And that brings the third baseman Bowers to the plate. Prine's been up with almost everything. Almost all of his pitches have been close to belt high. That one out there on a tee, and Pippinger just turned on it, opened his hips, and drove it into shallow left field. Bowers, a tall, lanky right-hander, as the first one he sees is taken up and in for ball 1. Pretty good crowd here, already working their way in. Good crowd down the home side, and also from the visiting Dragons. They I'd say the stands are got a decent number of people. Still some people coming in fact. A couple of individuals making their way to the bleachers right now. People still milling in. It's a pretty early start time as the 1-0 misses up, and it's 2-0. As Bowers digs in with the open stance. There goes the runner, and that's a swing and a miss. They're going to throw behind him. They got him. No, just, ooh. Did they call him out? Okay, the way everybody's hollering, I thought they did. Holy smokes. That is a break for the Ricebirds as that tag was nowhere close. The throw beat him. I'm not sure what Pippinger was doing. It was almost like it was a delayed steal, but he stole back to first. It was really odd. He acted like he was going to start, then he stopped about 10, 15 paces, and then he was in trouble. The throw was, well, it might have been in time, but the tag was nowhere close. He missed the tag by a foot. But our umpire saw it another way, and that's going to be the second out of the inning as Wittenberg snap throws for the second out, a 2-3 on the putout. And the batter, Bowers, has got a 3-1 count. And he walks. And again, everything right now is high for Prine. So that's an extra sting. That missed call at first because that would have put runners at first and second and 1 out. As it is, it's runner at first and 2 outs. And the cleanup batter, Jax Poston, at the plate. Poston, the catcher for the Dragons tonight. They're going to check on the runner, and, boy, that's going to go almost into the bullpen. That might go first to third. They're going to send him. Here comes Bowers. The throw is way offline, and an error will allow Bowers to advance 90 feet away, so we will have to give an error to the pitcher there on the throw. It's the only way a pitcher can get an error, but that is going to definitely be an E1 on the advance. And he stands 90 feet from home plate. Mr. Zach Byers makes his way into the press box. That bouncer goes right back through the box off the glove of Prine. It's fielded by McCray, but not in time. And DeWitt leads it 1-0. Prine got a glove on it. If he doesn't, it might get into center, but McCray might have been able to get over there, and it slowed it down enough that he couldn't make the throw across. So infield single for Poston scores the first Dragon run, and, boy, that shoulda, woulda, coulda been 2 runs, as we were talking about, because that tag over there at first wasn't even close. And we're going to have a courtesy runner. Number 2 will come into the game running for Poston, the catcher. Let's see if we can get his last name. Number 2 is London. I think I remember him. Remember some of these kids. So 1-0 Dragons. Colton Rhodes at the plate. He is the Dragon third baseman. He bats with a runner at first, 2 outs. As Prine works from the stretch. There goes the runner. And the pitch is fouled to the backstop.
Maybe it's they run every time and make an error.
So that run is a walk, E1, and then an infield single to give the Dragons that lead. Here's the next one to Prine. Or from Prine, I should say. Swing and a miss on a high and tight one. That was a very defensive swing. Checking in on the softball game. It looks like they're just underway. Top of the first, no score. Stuttgart batting with 2 outs in the first. Here comes the 0-2. There goes the runner, and it's in the dirt. Wittenberg keeps it in front, but Bowers is going to be able to, Poston will advance without trouble. Well, it's not Poston, it's London who's courtesy running. So the Dragons have a runner in scoring position now with 2 outs. 1-2 count on the batter as Prine looking to settle in here in the first. He's been around the plate. He's, as we've already mentioned a couple of times, he's been up tonight. As he checks on the runner, here's the pitch, and it is another check swing on a pitch up and in. Very defensive swing, and he fouls that one off to the backstop. Here comes Tay. He's going to see if he can outrun the DeWitt player for that baseball. He does. It was actually on the DeWitt side of home plate, so good job, Tay. Give him an extra scoop of Wheaties tomorrow. And we'll do the 1-2 again. Been a long first inning. Lots happened in this first inning. They're going to keep London close at second. Here's the 1-2, and it is upstairs, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off. Good battle. Staying alive out there. Two balls, two strikes, two outs, runner at second. DeWitt leads 1-0 in the top of the first. Here's the next one from Prime. There goes the runner. Go. Wittenberg thought that was strike three. He was headed to the dugout, but the home plate umpire said that it missed outside, and the count runs full. London stands at third, and it was close. It was a borderline pitch, one you'd like to have. As the 3-2's on the way, swinging a foul. Now, got a little battle going on here between the home player, the on-deck player, and Tay. He got beat that time, but he had an extra 20, 30-foot head start. So we're not gonna talk about Tay too bad on that one, as the Dragon got the foul ball. Here's the 3-2. Curveball missed up, and he walked him. So Rhodes heads down to first. Runners at the corners for the right fielder. That's Dale. We'll see how DeWitt wants to play it here with runners at the corners. I bet they start the runner. Of course, Wittenberg, not the everyday catcher. The everyday catcher's on the mound. As Prime comes set, there goes the runner. No, they're going to come back to the bag. He started, but then he stopped. That pitch was a strike at the bottom of the zone. Icebird's a little bit deeper in the corner outfield spots. 0-1. That's right down the middle. Wittenberg didn't squeeze it, but that one was center cut. Two-strike count on Dale, the right fielder. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Swinging a miss. He struck him out, and the damage is limited to 1. So Prime strands 2, gives up 1. Stuttgart trails 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first inning. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network.
The quality of Pearson Company in Stuttgart has been established across the Grand Prairie for over 30 years. Pearson Company specializes in construction, repair, and maintenance of steel buildings and will custom design your building to your specifications. Our steel buildings are known for their agricultural, industrial, commercial, and recreational uses. When you're planning a new building of any kind, let Pearson Company give you more building for your money. Mickey says when you know who we are, you won't build any other way.
Red River Ford Toyota is the fastest growing Toyota dealership in Arkansas. They also have those great Ford trucks and SUVs. Visit Red River at 1903 North Falls Boulevard in Wynn. Call them at 870-238-7770 or visit them online at redriverfordtoyota.com. You can even do everything online and they'll deliver your vehicle to you. And with many makes and models on their pre-owned lot, you're sure to find the vehicle that fits your needs. Red River Ford Toyota, 1903 North Falls Boulevard in Wynn, Arkansas.
Blue Seal Petroleum in DeWitt and Stuttgart stocks a huge selection of tires for the farm and the family with interest-free financing for up to 6 months. When you're ready for tires for your car, truck, or SUV, call Blue Seal. With brands like Cooper, Michelin, BF Goodrich, Bridgestone, and Firestone, you'll always get the best tires at the best price at Blue Seal. When you need new tires, Blue Seal Petroleum on South Whitehead Drive in DeWitt, 870-946-2281, or on South Park Avenue in Stuttgart, 870-673-3126.
Tohatsu Outboard offers 4-stroke motors from 2.5 to 250 horsepower, and all with a 5-year warranty. Built with their one-of-a-kind direct injection technology, Tohatsu has revolutionized environmental performance, uncompromising their pursuit of durable and lightweight outboard motors. And with interest rates as low as 4.99% financing, now is the time to get a new Tohatsu motor from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Call Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart or click on maxbw.com. Great service and competitive prices. Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. The hunt begins here.
Third baseball here on Country 97.3, bottom of the first inning. Stuttgart trails DeWitt 1-0 as the Dragons send out Grisham to the mound. He's a right-hander. Behind the plate is Jax Poston. Ricebirds will lead off with 2/3 of the lefties as Dagan Duncan moves to the 4 spot. It's going to be Austin Fontenot and, let's see, Cameron Rogers and Bo Barnes. If anyone reaches, that third lefty in the lineup comes to the plate. That is Dagan Duncan. DeWitt will shade to the right side with the lefties at the plate. Boy, the first baseman, he is a mile off the bag. He's going to have to get on a hop to cover that base over there. That's a strike on the outer third, and it's a 1-strike count on the Ricebird center fielder. This broadcast powered by Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus in Stuttgart. As Fontenot swings and hits one right at the first baseman, and he goes off his foot. That's going to be a leadoff single. Fontenot made a big turn at first. He'll head back. They may call that a hit. He hit that one pretty sharp. The first baseman had to move to his right. We'll see. Nope, they put an E on the board, so that's going to be an E3 on the Dragons to allow Fontenot to reach, but leadoff man, he'll get on any way he can. He hit that one very sharply at Glidwell. And that brings Cameron Rogers to the plate as Coach Brown flashes the signs down in the third base box. Bo Barnes steps into the on-deck circle. As they check on Fontenot, he didn't have a big enough lead to worry too much about. He could have fallen down and grabbed the base. He hadn't really gotten into his lead yet. He was just in that first part of the lead. He'll go secondary here in a moment. Not a big lead at all. He's not going anywhere. Rogers shows bunt, takes a strike. A little bit surprised at that. Here in the early innings, still got a lot of outs to work with. Of course, it's never a bad thing to make a defense make a play, too. They might throw it into the outfield. You never know. Here's the 0-1. Now Rogers is going to swing away, and he cuts at a up-and-in fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Looks like boys soccer's out on Mosley Field getting the practice in. Of course, they'll travel to Malvern tomorrow night. They check on Fontenot again. He's back easily. Lady Ricebirds at Monticello. Let's see if we can get a update on that one. As Rogers digs in, he's got a battle out of the 0-2 hole, and he fouls one back. Fontenot was on the move. We'll do it again. Ricebirds lead at 1-0 in the bottom of the first, so my guess is it might have been a little, because there was nobody on and 2 outs last I checked. Let's just see if somebody hit one out of there. Well, it was a error that allowed Avery Hampton, as that pitch is down. Avery Hampton reached on an error, and then she was chased home by a triple from Lily Griffin to give Stuttgart their 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. 1-2 count on Rogers. Fontenot stands at first. There he goes, swing and a foul. We'll do it again. Getting his sprints in. Back and forth, stop and start. We'll see if they start the runner again. The 1-2 on the way, and a swing and a miss. Rogers is down swinging. First down of the inning. Bo Barnes. Barnes has been the most, he's the biggest thumper in the lineup so far this season. Had a double on Monday. Drove in a couple. And he'll bat third here after hitting cleanup the first couple. There goes Fontenot, and Barnes pops it up. He's going to have to hightail it back to first, although that's trouble if it's fair, and it is, and the Ricebirds have runners at first. And he called that foul? Boy, that looked like that was fair. by about a foot. Coach Moser isn't really putting up much of a fight, so it must have been foul. But, boy, from our vantage point, that looked fair. Was it not? Okay. Well, I'm just partially blind in one eye, and I can't see it all out of my right one. So it's sometimes, you know, I get confused. I sure thought that was a fair ball. It could have been a lot worse, though, because if it would have been caught, your number 3 man would have popped up to first. But, boy, DeWitt's first baseman had no idea where that ball was. Second baseman didn't give much help either. Here's the next one to Barnes. They're going to check on Fontenot, and they threw it away. So the Ricebirds might have a runner at third and nobody out. I believe they will. Fontenot rounds second. He's going to chug into third, and Stuttgart's got something cooking here in the bottom of the first. Well, I tell you what, I completely understand it. You look really cool checking on the runner, and everybody feels really good about themselves. But, man, the more you throw and the more you catch, the more opportunities you have to make a mistake. And that's what we saw in the first inning for both teams. Prine threw one away and allowed DeWitt to get into scoring position, and DeWitt just threw one away. And Ricebirds have a golden opportunity to tie the score here with their number 3 batter at the plate. 0-1 count on Barnes. As the pitch is on the way, and that one misses outside, 1-1.
Somebody want to know how Keaton got hurt.
Football. One ball, one strike. That's a strike on the corner.
He was out before the season started.
Mm-hmm.
Knox, too.
2 strikes, 1 ball on the Ricebird third baseman. Fontenot stands at third. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Right side. Second baseman ranges back. He will make the catch. Fontenot tags, but he's not going to be able to advance, and it's going to take a 2-out base hit to score that run at third, and Dagan Duncan will come to the plate. So missed opportunity there for the Ricebirds.
Now batting number 15, Dagan Duncan.
But Duncan more than capable of driving in a run here. Stuttgart might be a little aggressive over there at third with 2 outs. See if they can put a little pressure on the Dragons here. As Duncan bats from the right side, right on top of the plate, takes away the inner third. They're going to go inside on him anyway. Here's the pitch. Duncan goes fishing, and that's a strike. Boy, that left fielder is incredibly shallow. I mean, I realize this is a lefty at the plate, but Duncan's got a little bit of pop to the other direction. As the 0-1 is on the way, and Dunk didn't miss by much. Maybe a little up, maybe a little out. Evens the count at 1 apiece. DeWitt leads it 1-0. Third game of the season for the Ricebirds. They're 2-0. Duncan fouls one off. He had a good hack at that one, but he's behind in the count 1-2 now. Birds with a win over Heber Springs on Monday and Warren on Tuesday. Trying to go 3-0 to start the season. As the 1-2, tell you what, he started that one too far outside, but that curveball had a lot of late movement on it. That was going to be on the back door. And it looked, I would have given up on it long before it got to the plate. But that ball almost caught the corner. Here's the 2-2. That one's down, and Duncan is worked it full. You want base runners, but you also want your cleanup man to hit strikes, so maybe he'll get an opportunity here with a 3-2 count. Here it is, and Duncan hits it in the air right at the shortstop. And that'll do it for the Ricebirds in the first. They strand 1, and we head to the top of the second inning. DeWitt leads it 1-0. Back in 2 minutes, you're listening to Ricebird Baseball on Country 97.3.
Hi, this is Emily Smith from Coker-Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop. If you're a fan of Rocasa, come see what's new. We carry their full line of natural remedies from sleep sprays to immune support oils and everything in between. Whether you're shopping for yourself or a loved one, we're happy to help you find just what you need. Stop by and see us at 218 South Main Street in downtown Stuttgart. Call, text, or FaceTime the gift shop at 870-659-0777. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram for updates and product tips.
Are you tired of unreliable internet service? Do you constantly run over your data plan? Are you having trouble getting internet service where you live? With TechStream High-Speed Internet, you'll get consistent high speeds and low latency that doesn't stop at city limits. TechStream High-Speed Internet is perfect for homes, small and large businesses, farmers, and hunting clubs. You'll be able to stream, game, and surf with no interruptions. Servicing Arkansas, Lonoke, Prairie, Jefferson, and Lincoln counties. TechStream is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet solution. Call toll-free 866-268-0101 or visit TechStream.net.
A generator is one of those things you never think about until you really need it. Luckily, Durden's in Stuttgart is your local authorized Generac dealer, and that means we can sell, install, and provide warranty service on your generator. And that's a big deal because a generator is a big investment, and you're depending on it to work properly when you need it. Call us today at 673-1356 to learn more about home backup options, portable generators, and even commercial options for your business. And let's save the candlelight dinners just for date night.
Durden's in Stuttgart. Guaranteed comfort since 1960.
At Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services, we've been a leader in ag lending for over 100 years. With our deep knowledge of the industry and multiple loan products to choose from, Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services can offer the most personalized service available. Whether you're in the market for real estate, equipment, or operating loan expenses, our trusted lenders are here to help you every step of the way. As a customer-owned financial institution, we understand that growing your business is truly our business. So why wait? Give one of our trusted lenders a call at 870-673-1558 today and take the next step toward a brighter future for your farm, ranch, or rural living needs.
Left fielder Golden leads things off for the Dragons. Big kid in that left-hand or right-hand batter's box. As Hayden Brown works inning number 2. No changes for the Rice Birds defensively. First pitch is down, and Golden can't quite reach it. It is an 0-1 count. Barnes even with the bag at third. McCray back on the grass at short. Carey just on the dirt as the 0-1 is taken low, 1-1. Duncan a couple steps back at third. Outfield, we'll call it straight away. Fontenot shaded a little bit to the left as the 1-1 is swung on and missed, 1-2. Stuttgart trails 1-0. Dragons scored that run. It was Bowers that crossed the plate as the 1-2's on the way upstairs. Dragons started the game with a pop out to right field. Then a single was caught on a 2-3 put out. And then it was a walk and a single after an E1 allowed the runner to advance to third. That allowed the Dragons to score their lone run of the game. Stuttgart stranded one in the bottom half. Here's the 2-2. He looked at it at strike 3, and there's one gone. Curveball froze the batter. Rice Birds have one out in the second, and that brings the first baseman, Glidwell, to the plate. Second strikeout of the night for Prine. Glidwell, then Ross, and the top of the order. First pitch up and away, and that's going to be a strike as Glidwell couldn't lay off the fastball at the eyes. Fontenot a couple of steps deeper in center. As the 0-1 is on the way, and that one's right down the middle, 0-2. Glidwell just shakes his head. He's a little frustrated that he didn't pull the trigger with that one. That was a center-cut fastball. And now he's in the hole 0-2. With his Dragons leading 1-0 in the top of the second. And that's a ground ball right at McCray. Shortstop fields it on a couple of bounces. Throws across to Duncan, 6-3 on the putout. And there's two gone. Glidwell hit it right off the end of the bat. Good second inning so far for Prine as Ross, the second baseman, comes to the plate. Ross must have thought it was going to be cold today. He's got the hoodie on underneath his jersey. Or he's got something with a hood. Maybe it's a, what do you call a shirt with a hoodie? Is that a shooty? Line drive to the right side. Rogers takes a step to his left, and that'll do it for DeWitt. Quick inning for Prine. 1-2-3 go the Dragons. No runs, no hits, no one left on base. DeWitt leads at 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. This broadcast powered by Freemeier's Best Brands Plus. Back in 2 minutes.
U.S. Irrigation Distributors in Stuttgart is now hiring. They're looking for a parts manager to join their team. If you're organized, dependable, and ready to work in a fast-paced farm and equipment environment, this could be the opportunity for you. U.S. Irrigation offers competitive pay, health insurance, and a 401k. Be part of a company that serves farmers across Arkansas County with the equipment and supplies they depend on every day. Apply in person at U.S. Irrigation Distributors, Highway 165 north of Stuttgart. Bring your resume or stop by to complete an application today. U.S. Irrigation Distributors is an equal opportunity employer serving farm and home in Stuttgart and DeWitt.
Freemeier's Best Brands Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 43 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebird tradition. Freemeier's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now, Freemeier's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeier's at 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Best brands, best prices, best people.
Hi, this is Lorianne Brown, and here at Farmers and Merchants Bank, we've been part of the community since 1945, and that means something important. We're locally owned and operated right here in Arkansas. The folks making decisions at our bank live right here. We know the soil, the community, and the value of your word. We combine the best of modern banking with old-fashioned, neighborly trust because our success is tied directly to yours. Come in and talk to a hometown expert. Farmers and Merchants Bank, rooted in Arkansas, growing communities, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Express Employment Professionals in Stuttgart has immediate openings for all job types and skill levels. Come in today to apply or go online to expresspros.com. Express is now hiring clerical, office administration, warehouse and production, equipment operators, CDL drivers, welders, machine operators, general labor, and all sorts of skilled trades. Even if you're just thinking about a new job, start your search with Express Employment Professionals at 1904 South Main in Stuttgart. Come in today or go online to expresspros.com.
Bottom two, Ricebirds send 5, 6, 7, Prine, McCray, Spoon. If anyone reaches, Jay Griffin will bat. Stuttgart looks to tie or take the lead in this inning. They trail 1-0. Prine could help himself with something from that leadoff spot here as he takes a pitch, catches the corner. Strike one. Prine's thrown a couple of good ones. That one run was unearned for the Dragons as the 0-1 checks his swing. Not sure our first base umpire was paying attention there. He just kind of said, nope, I don't think so. So he got it. I think he's right. I do think he held back, but it's a 1-1. But he looked a little surprised that he got the check. Here's the 1-1 to Prine, and that's a good curveball. Right over the front door, caught the inner quarter, and it's 1-2. That's been Grisham, I'm sorry. That's been his best pitch tonight. It's been that curveball. He may go, boy, he spotted that one. Pitcher's pitch on the outer third. Nice job by the DeWitt Dragon hurler, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the second inning. Well, I tell you what, I thought he might go back-to-back with that curveball. I think that's what Prine was looking for as well, and instead Grisham put one right on the outer corner and got the strikeout. Axton McCray takes ball one at the knees with nobody on and one out. Nathan Spoon in the on-deck circle. He was the winning pitcher on Monday night for the Ricebirds. That one way outside. You could see he kind of overthrew that one a little bit. There's the lights. We're turning them on earlier tonight. Monday night, it got dark out here before the lights popped on. Now we got some illumination. Here's the 2-0. That was a little bit out. Good pitch, though. Couldn't get McCray to chase it. So now Grisham's got to battle back from a 3-0 deficit. He's ready with the 3-0. There's that curveball. That's his best pitch. It caught the front door again, and it's 3-1. Looks like somebody's walking their dog out there on Ricebird Way. No, they got 2 dogs. Those are big dogs. That's a huge dog. It looks like a deer. There's that curveball again, and McCray swings through it. Boy, is he going to go back to back to back with that front door? McCray is set up here, 3-2. Let's see. I think it's going to be it again. It is, and it's a strikeout of McCray. Back to back to back with that curveball. And that's back-to-back strikeouts for Grisham here in the second inning. Nathan Spoon bats. It's a sharp, late breaking. I'm calling it a curveball. It's really more of a slider. And it's just catching the front door to a righty, back door to a lefty. There it is again. He has thrown that pitch 4 times in a row. He might as well stay with it until Stuttgart shows they can hit it. Spoon fouled that fastball back. Trying to sneak one by him. 0-1, or 0-2, I'm sorry. Yep, there goes the lady walking the dogs. Those are really big dogs. If those dogs decided they could drag her anywhere they wanted to. That pitch missed outside. Is that a gentleman? Well, it doesn't matter. They could drag him too. Because those are big dogs. You could hook those up to a sleigh if you had snow. Here's the 1-2. There's that curveball again, and that is 3 strikeouts. 1, 2, 3 go the Ricebirds in the second. Grisham dealing here as we head to the top of 3. This broadcast powered by Freemeier's Best Brands Plus. Stuttgart trails DeWitt 1-0. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Have the past few weeks sounded a little like this? And have you been feeling more like this? Then it's time to take care of you. It's time to find your calm at The Method by the Katy Shack, where everything you loved is still here, plus even more to help you restore, revive, rejuvenate, and relax. At The Method, you'll find massage therapy, a variety of facials, sauna sessions, red light therapy, pain treatments, yoga, personal nutrition guidance, personal training, permanent makeup services, and IV hydration therapy with a licensed nurse. Feeling better already? Then call 870-873-4300 or visit The Method by the Katy Shack at 2115 South Columbus Street. Make your appointment today and let's find your calm again.
Like you, Stedman's Ace Hardware is passionate about their community. They support the Lions Club, Fight Like a Kid, and numerous other organizations, including youth, high school, and adult sports programs. Whether helping their neighbors or helping their customers, Stedman's Ace Hardware truly is the helpful place. Shop Weber Grills, Blackstone Griddles, Traeger Pellet Grills and Pellets, and more, and get all the help you need at Stedman's Ace Hardware, 110 South College in downtown Stuttgart. Stedman's Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
Do you know how much life insurance your partner has? What company is it with? Do you have life insurance? Is it through your employer only, or do you have a policy that you own? This is Holly Brothers, and as a life insurance agent, it is my responsibility to discuss the types of coverage available to you and put a plan in place for when your employer no longer provides coverage. Life insurance costs more as we age, so don't wait to apply. Let's lock in your rate today and save. Give Keith or myself a call at Connection Insurance, 870-673-9249.
Grisham with a good bottom of the second inning. Sends Stuttgart down 1-2-3 with 3 strikeouts as the Dragons send the top of the order to the plate here in the third. The pitcher Grisham will lead things off. He flied out to right field his first time up, and he gets Prine gets a generous strike call to start things out. 0-1 on the Dragon pitcher. He's got a closed stance. That left foot right toe is on the chalk line, so he's trying to take that inner third away as the 0-1 is. He tried to go to the same spot, missed a little further out, and the count evens at 1 apiece. Pippinger on deck. He reached with an infield single. Was caught on a 2-3 put out at first. Prine works the 1-1. That's the same pitch that started the at-bat. It's 1-2. Prine's velocity looks like it's maybe picked up just a tick. Curveball's been good for Hayden tonight. Let's see if he breaks it off with the 1-2. He does, but he doesn't spin it enough, so that one was up. Just kind of left that one spinning up there. He didn't quite get the rotation that he was looking for, and it's a 2-2 count on the batter. Curveball tapped right back to Prine. He fields his position, flips it to Duncan, and it's 1-3 on the put out of Grisham. Wind out of the south today, so it'll knock anything down to right. It's going to push anything hit up the middle toward the left side. Not a strong wind, but definitely a breezy Thursday afternoon. One out here in the top of the third inning. Pippinger at the plate. As Prine will start him off with a fastball at the knees for strike one. No changes defensively for the Rice Birds here in the third. Duncan, McCray, Carey, and Barnes still the infield. 0-1 misses out. Wittenberg behind the plate, his third inning of work. There's the 1-1 from Hayden Prine. Off speed. Ooh, a little bit of a high strike there. Prine just nods his head and says, yeah, I'll take that all day. I will take that pitch all day. Third base box coach for DeWitt. He was asking a question. He's not happy with that strike call. I kind of agree with him. That one looked like it was a little up. At any rate, Pippinger's down 1-2. Curveball misses high. I said that's a curveball. I think that was a fastball. He kind of tunnels that pitch out of his hand. It looks very similar. Same release point. Does a good job with that. 2-2 now. There's the curveball, and he catches him looking inside. Strike called, and that is the third strikeout of the night for Prine. As Bowers, the center fielder, comes to the plate. Bowers reached on that walk back in the first, advanced to third on an E1, and then was driven home by a base hit from Jax Poston. That's the one run for DeWitt here tonight. He bats with 2 outs and the base is empty, and the first pitch he sees is outside for ball one. Poston in the on-deck circle. He'll bat if Bowers can extend the inning. And that pitch is at the knees for a strike, 1-1. Tell you what, I think Bowers has got some cleats that he took out of the box this morning. Those babies are clean. They are clean and shiny as he pops that one up out of play. Yeah, I think he opened the box when he got to the field today. Those are some good-looking kicks. Got the royal blue and white Nikes. Got a little pop of shine on the inside and outside sole. Man, that's sharp. Look good, feel good, play good. Here's the 1-2. Well, maybe not play so good here. That one's in the dirt. He chases it. They're going to have to throw down to Duncan to complete the strikeout, and they do. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Prine. That is a K2-3 on the putout, and that'll do it for the Dragons here in the top of the third inning. No runs, no hits. No one left on base. 1-2-3, go the Dragons. We head to the bottom of 3. Stuttgart trails DeWitt 1-0. This broadcast powered by Freemeier's Best Brands Plus. You're listening to Rice Bird Baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network. Back in 2 minutes.
Tohatsu Outboard offers 4-stroke motors from 2.5 to 250 horsepower, and all with a 5-year warranty. Built with their one-of-a-kind direct injection technology, Tohatsu has revolutionized environmental performance, uncompromising in their pursuit of durable and lightweight outboard motors. And with interest rates as low as 4.99% financing, now is the time to get a new Tohatsu motor from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Call Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart or click on maxbw.com. Great service and competitive prices. Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. The hunt begins here.
Hi, this is Kim Bethay.
And I'm Emily Smith, Kim and M from Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop in downtown Stuttgart.
Spring is starting to show up around here.
And so are our new arrivals. We're putting out fresh finds every single day.
From boutique gifts to seasonal home touches,
There's always something new to see.
stop by and visit us at 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart, or call, text, or FaceTime the gift shop at 870-659-0777.
Hi, this is Jennifer Smith from Wilkerson Jewelers. The real value in any jewelry is the sentimental connection that you have to the pieces you own. The beautiful earrings your grandparents gave you when you graduated. The amazing engagement ring your fiancé surprised you with. The watch your company presented you with when you retired from your job. For over 50 years, Wilkerson's has been a part of those special moments. And we love that we get to be a small part of some of the most important experiences of your lives. No matter what your budget, come in to shop or check us out online at wilkersonjewelers.com. Easy financing and layaway are available. At Wilkerson Jewelers in beautiful downtown Stuttgart, we want to build memories with you.
Express Employment Professionals in Stuttgart has immediate openings for all job types and skill levels. Come in today to apply or go online to expresspros.com. Express is now hiring clerical, office and administration, warehouse and production, equipment operators, CDL drivers, welders, machine operators, general labor, and all sorts of skilled trades. Even if you're just thinking about a new job, start your search with Express Employment Professionals at 1904 South Main in Stuttgart. Come in today or go online to expresspros.com.
Jay Griffin leads off for the Rice Birds here in the bottom of the third inning. Takes a pitch outside for ball one. Griffin, Carey, then the top of the order in Fontenot. 8-9-1 for Stuttgart. It's Grisham in his third inning of work. Griffin hits it in the air a long way to left center field. That's going to get past everyone. Griffin rounds first. He's going to trot into second, and the Rice Birds have a leadoff double. That pitch was up. Griffin opened up, hit it over the head of the left fielder, and the Rice Birds are in business here. We'll see what Coach Brown wants to do. The number 9 batter up with the top of the order on deck. Kipton Carey. See if Coach wants to advance the runner or let the young second baseman swing away. First hit of the afternoon for the Rice Birds is a Jay Griffin double in the third. That breaks up the no-no for Mr. Grisham as Griffin takes his lead. He is going to show bunt, gets it down. It's a good one. If it gets past the pitcher, it's trouble, but it doesn't. Nice job by Grisham to field the position. Sacrifice 1-3 on the putout. Almost pushed it past Grisham. But Carey does the job, gets the runner 90 feet away with less than 2 outs, and Austin Fontenot could tie the score. We'll see how DeWitt plays it. I'm assuming that they'll trade the out for the run. They've got the middle back. The corners are also back, so it does look like they will concede the run as Fontenot takes one. It almost broke back over the plate for ball one. Left fielder very shallow. Something in the air, should score. Griffin. As Grisham comes set, here's the 1-0. There's that spinner again, and he just missed the back door against Fontenot, so it's 2-0. Coach Brown trying to get Griffin to take a little bit bigger secondary lead over there at third as Fontenot taps it. They're going to say that is a fair ball. The run is safe. Fontenot still hasn't advanced to first, and they're going to throw down to get him. It looked pretty obvious that it went off of Fontenot's foot, but they say that it was a fair ball, so it's going to go down as an RBI, sacrifice 1-3. And that was an interesting exchange. Now the officials are going to get together, and we're going to see if our home plate umpire overrules the first base umpire overrules the home plate umpire. So let's see what the decision is. They're going to say, yeah, they're going to stay with it. They're going to say that it was a fair ball. So the run scores. We're tied at 1. And as of right now, it'll go down as a sack 1-3. Now DeWitt's coach wants to come out because he doesn't want the RBI. He doesn't want that run across the plate. He thinks that Fontenot should still be standing in the box, which, again, from our vantage point, which is certainly not as good as the home plate umpire, it certainly looked like it was off Fontenot. The way Fontenot immediately reacted, looked like it was off of his foot. But that's not the way the umpires see it. And so, yeah, that's the call. We're going to have to write that down as a sacrifice, 1-3 for the second out of the inning, and Jay Griffin scores from third. So we're tied at 1 in the bottom of the third inning. We've already had a few interesting calls in this one. We had what looked to be an obvious call that benefited the Ricebirds down at first in the first, and that one, as Cameron Rogers is at the plate, he hits one in the air into right. The right fielder, Dale, camps out underneath it, and that'll do it for the Ricebirds here in the third. They do push one across, but that was an interesting sequence of events there for Stuttgart. They score 1 run on 1 hit. No one left on base. We head to the top of the fourth inning, tied at 1. This broadcast is powered by Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus in Stuttgart. It's Country 97.3. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Have the past few weeks sounded a little like this? And have you been feeling more like this? Then it's time to take care of you. It's time to find your calm at The Method by the Katy Shack, where everything you loved is still here, plus even more to help you restore, revive, rejuvenate, and relax. At The Method, you'll find massage therapy, a variety of facials, sauna sessions, red light therapy, pain treatments, yoga, personal nutrition guidance, personal training, permanent makeup services, and IV hydration therapy with a licensed nurse. Feeling better already? Then call 870-873-4300 or visit The Method by the Katy Shack at 2115 South Columbus Street. Make your appointment today and let's find your calm again.
Hi, this is Lori Ann Brown, and here at Farmers and Merchants Bank, we've been part of the community since 1945, and that means something important. We're locally owned and operated right here in Arkansas. The folks making decisions at our bank live right here. We know the soil, the community, and the value of your word. We combine the best of modern banking with old-fashioned, neighborly trust because our success is tied directly to yours. Come in and talk to a hometown expert. Farmers and Merchants Bank, rooted in Arkansas, growing communities, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Baptist Health Women's Clinic Stuttgart is committed to providing quality patient care through all stages of a woman's life. We understand that different health concerns come with each new phase of a woman's life, so we provide education services, trained staff, and a board-certified OBGYN to meet every female body need. From pregnancy and childbirth to osteoporosis and gynecological exams, Baptist Health delivers the care you need to pursue a lifetime of wellness. Learn more at BaptistHealthWomen.com. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Ricebird baseball, top of the fourth inning, just having a conversation about kind of what would the Apostle Paul think about us in this day and age, and we came to the conclusion we would be getting a letter, maybe 2. First pitch is fouled off out of play. It is Jax Poston. Back to baseball. Jax Poston leading things off here. Stuttgart tied it at 1 as they scored 1 in the third. DeWitt scored theirs in the first. Ricebirds have out hit them 2-1 as Poston hits one a mile high in the air. Carey drifts back. Now he'll run onto the dirt to make the catch, and there's one gone. Prine had a little bit of a rocky first inning, but, man, he has been locked in ever since. That is the 8th in a row. And I did that on Monday, and it broke the streak. So hopefully I don't just jinx Mr. Prine, but that is the 8th in a row that he has retired since that RBI single. Swing and a miss. This is Colton Rhodes. He walked and was left stranded in the first inning. Nobody on, 1 out. Top of the fourth inning. Dragons and Ricebirds tied at 1. Off speed, hit in the air. A mile and a half high. That's right at Bo Barnes. He caught it in the – he didn't catch it in the pocket, but he did catch it. So it goes down as a P5. Bo kind of fought that one a little bit. That wind was pushing it. Like I've already mentioned, it's a pretty good wind out of the south here this afternoon. And that brings the right fielder, Dale, who struck out. Ooh, and he just took one off the hand. Ooh, they're going to – what are they going to – what an interesting way to make that call. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were going to say that he was hit or if they were going to say that it was a foul ball. It looked pretty obvious he got hit. Now Coach Brown wants to come out and just kind of have a little friendly conversation, I'm sure. Wittenberg was going to talk to Coach Brown, and Brown's like, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to him. So as it is, the runner's at two outs, runner at first on an HBP. That is the first base runner given up by Prine since Rhodes walked in the first. Now the umpires are going to get back together. I'm not sure. Feels like this should be an HBP, and it is. So Dale will stay at first. That's Golden, I'm sorry, the left fielder. He struck out looking to start the second inning. Got a lot of room in right center field. As the pitch is on the way, and boy, he hit that one hard, but he hit it foul down the left field line. He's a big kid now. Feels like if he gets into one, he could hit it a long way. We have yet, to my knowledge, had a home run here at I don't even know what the name of this field is. I don't think it's ever been given a name. I just call it the Ricebird Field or the Ricebird Athletic Complex. Curveball, that's true. I mean, I guess first, we could just call it Andrew Skinner Field. Love it. Skinner says it's Skinner Field. 0-2. Prine's got him set up. Comes set. Here's the pitch. Curveball, swinging a foul. Just got a piece of it. Tay is on his horse to go get that baseball, and he will get it. Only to flip it to the home plate umpire. Didn't even get to keep it. You know, used to you got a foul ball, well, not in the field area play, but picked up a foul ball in the stands. You used to take it to the concession stand and get an airhead or something. Swings at an inside pitch. It goes away from Wittenberg. He throws down to Duncan, who steps on the bag for the third out. Boy, that was an ugly exchange for Golden. He swings, kind of a, defensive swing. Prine locked him up over the inner third, and the Dragons strand a runner. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning, tied at 1. Stuttgart and DeWitt. This broadcast powered by Freemeier's Best Brands Plus. We'll be back in 90 seconds with more baseball, Ricebird baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network.
Pearson Company in Stuttgart has been bringing you the best in pre-engineered steel buildings for many years. Offering the very latest in design engineering, your steel building is engineered and tailored to your exact specifications with the minimum amount of wasted space. Pearson Company specializes in complete turnkey projects. Pearson Company offers complete construction services from beginning to end. For your pre-engineered steel building needs, look to Pearson Company, 209 North Burkle in Stuttgart, where quality and construction go hand in hand.
Red River Ford Toyota is the fastest growing Toyota dealership in Arkansas. They also have those great Ford trucks and SUVs. Visit Red River at 1903 North Falls Boulevard in Wynn. Call them at 870-238-7770 or visit them online at redriverfordtoyota.com. You can even do everything online and they'll deliver your vehicle to you. And with many makes and models on their pre-owned lot, you're sure to find the vehicle that fits your needs. Red River Ford Toyota, 1903 North Falls Boulevard in Wynn, Arkansas.
At Blue Seal Petroleum, serving you is their privilege. Blue Seal extends a heartfelt thank you to their valued customers across Arkansas and surrounding counties. Your trust in Blue Seal for your fuel, tire, and service needs is truly appreciated. It's your loyalty that has fueled their commitment to excellence for over 80 years. From the entire team at Blue Seal Petroleum, thank you for choosing them. They're here for you always. When you need them, call Blue Seal in DeWitt at 870-946-2281. And for Stuttgart, call 870-673-3126.
Ricebird baseball on Country 97.3. Tied at 1, and the Ricebirds will lead off the heart of the order here. Bo Barnes, Dagan Duncan, and Hayden Prine, 3, 4, 5. Stuttgart would love to do some damage with the middle of the order in the middle innings here. Grisham has pitched well. He probably had his best inning in the second, got in a little trouble in the third, gave up that 1 run. But other than that, he's been very good, the right-hander for the Dragons. As the first pitch is hit fair down the third base line, and Barnes rounds first. He's going to try to have a stand-up double, and he will. They cut it off. As back-to-back innings now, Stuttgart starts things with a double. And Stuttgart threatening here in the bottom of the fourth. He got a fastball up. He turned on it. And the heart of the order looks to do damage here for the Rice Birds. Dagan Duncan bats. The big lefty popped up to the shortstop back in the first inning. That ended the first. And here we go, Stuttgart with a little something shaking here in the bottom of 4. Tied at 1. They've out-hit the Dragons 3-1 now. Duncan cues one off the end of the bat. If it stays fair, it's going to be trouble, and it is. Everybody's safe. That ball was a cue shot right off the end of the base. And the DeWitt coach, I'm not sure what he's complaining about, to be perfectly honest with you. If he thinks that one hit off of Duncan, he is absolutely wrong. The first one did, no question about it. That one was not off of Duncan's foot. He just cued it off the end of the bat. He's very frustrated thinking that that one hit his foot, but it wasn't anywhere close to his foot. And so he's pretty animated out there. Our base umpire is having a conversation. He was animated enough that his lineup card fell out of his back pocket. But he's wrong about that one. He's right about the first two. He got the short end of the stick with the first two controversial calls, but not this one. That one really wasn't even controversial. It was not a good swing at all, but Duncan is going to be the beneficiary of an infield single. Runners at the corners, still nobody out. Hayden Prine at the plate, and now DeWitt's coach wants to come out. This is going to be a mound visit. So the Rice Birds have runners at the corners, nobody out, bottom of the fourth inning, tied at 1 with the Dragons. And we will see if it's going to be a change or not before we take a break. It looks like they're going to stay with Grisham, and they're just wanting to talk about how they want to handle this first and third situation. Hayden Prine at the plate. He struck out in the second looking. The Rice Birds poised for a big inning here. They're going to stay with Grisham as the conversation on the mound is over. And so everybody goes back to their positions. While we wait, we will pull up the Lady Rice Birds softball. See if we can get a update here. Looks like Rice Birds lead it 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. DeWitt at the plate, no one on, and 1 out. So Stuttgart looking to move to 3-0 on the season, leading Monticello 2-1. Runners take their lead. Here's the pitch. It's hit well into center field. It is going to be caught, but we're going to have a tag at third. That'll give the Rice Birds the lead, 2-1, as Prine helps himself sacrifice F8 on the putout. He hit it on the screws right at the third, or the right fielder had to move to left center just a little bit. Duncan had to stay put at first, but the Rice Birds lead it 2-1. So good inning cooking for the Birds here. Duncan stands at first. That's a sacrifice F8 on the RBI for Prine, and that brings Axton McCray to the plate. He struck out in the second, and he bats with a runner at first and 1 out. I think the wind might have hung that one up just a tick because I thought he hit it a little bit harder than that. I thought that might have a chance to get through. But as it is, it's going to be a 2-1 Rice Bird lead as the first pitch is up and away for ball 1. Grisham back on the mound. He is in his 4th inning of work. As Duncan, not fleet of foot, has a baby lead over there at first base. As the 1-0 is on the way, and McCray pops it up to the right side. Is it going to stay in play? It will stay in play. The catcher makes the catch. Duncan's going to try to tag from first. He's going to slide in safe. Good base running from the senior. Bowers, that was the catcher Poston with a nice play right up against the net. But Duncan, with good base running, he will advance on the pop-up behind the plate, get into scoring position for Nathan Spoon. So good fundamentals there. Give the Rice Birds an opportunity to put a crooked number on the board. Spoon struck out to end the second. And the first pitch he sees is swung on and missed. That was a fastball down and away for strike one. Duncan with a decent lead at second. They're going to check on him. Now here's the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. Same pitch, same result, 0-2 on the batter. As we are creeping up on just over 1 hour of baseball so far. Here's the 0-2. Oh, that's that front door breaking ball, and that'll do it for the Ricebirds in the fourth inning. Spoon goes down on strikes. Ricebirds score one on one hit. One left on base. We go to the top of the fifth inning. Stuttgart leads DeWitt 2-1. We'll be back in 90 seconds. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network, powered by Freemeier's Best Brands Plus.
Tohatsu Outboard offers 4-stroke motors from 2.5 to 250 horsepower, and all with a 5-year warranty. Built with their one-of-a-kind direct injection technology, Tohatsu has revolutionized environmental performance, uncompromising in their pursuit of durable and lightweight outboard motors. And with interest rates as low as 4.99% financing, now is the time to get a new Tohatsu motor from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Call Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart or click on maxbw.com. Great service and competitive prices. Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. The hunt begins here.
Hi, this is Emily Smith from Coker-Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop. If you're a fan of Ro Casa, come see what's new. We carry their full line of natural remedies from sleep sprays to immune support oils and everything in between. Whether you're shopping for yourself or a loved one, we're happy to help you find just what you need. Stop by and see us at 218 South Main Street in downtown Stuttgart. Call, text, or FaceTime the gift shop at 870-659-0777. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram for updates and product tips.
Are you tired of unreliable internet service? Do you constantly run over your data plan? Are you having trouble getting internet service where you live? With TextStream high-speed internet, you'll get consistent high speeds and low latency that doesn't stop at city limits. TextStream high-speed internet is perfect for homes, small and large businesses, farmers, and hunting clubs. You'll be able to stream, game, and surf with no interruptions. Servicing Arkansas, Lone Oak, Prairie, Jefferson, and Lincoln counties. TextStream is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet solution. Call toll-free 866-268-0101 or visit TextStream.net.
Ricebird Baseball here on the EAB Sports Radio Network. Cole Sherman, Evan Watson, and Andrew Skinner on the broadcast. Stuttgart leads DeWitt 2-1. Hayden Prine on for his fifth inning of work. He gave up one run. That was all the way back in the first. He's only given up the one hit, one error, a couple of walks. And Stuttgart has out hit them 4-1. They lead it 2-1. Let's see. The Dragons will send the 8-9-1. So bottom of the order for DeWitt, Glidwell, Ross, then the top and Grisham. The DeWitt first baseman grounded out to shortstop back in the second inning. He bats to lead things off in the fifth as Prine works from the windup. Has the sign and kicks. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. I think we actually have had a substitution. We have. That is a new batter. So Glidwell is out of the game. That is number 26. See if I can find his name. Guthrie. Swing and a miss. So it is Guthrie at the plate, and he is no longer at the plate as he sees three pitches, gets three strikes, and there's one gone. And we have Ross coming to the plate. Of course, you know, we talked about Ross back in the second inning when he popped out to the right fielder, and we were talking about the situation underneath his jersey, and he's got the shirt hoodie combo. And I asked the question, it's a legitimate question, do you call it a shouldy? And I was told very wisely he should not have wore that hoodie because it is not a good look for him. Actually, you know what? He looks warm is what he looks. I'm not mad at it. It's going to get cool by the time this one's over. And he's going to be the man laughing at everybody else when he puts that hoodie over his head. That's a lot of words to try to say something so silly. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Ross, as there's one gone and nobody out here in the top of the DeWitt fifth. Here's the pitch from Prine. Curveball that Shoody hits in the left field. He says, what do you know about that? I'll show you Shoody. And he deposits the Only the second hit of the night into left field as the Dragons have one on with one out. That's how you shut up the guy on the radio from talking about your hoodie. You have a base hit. Ross has hit it pretty well. That ball he hit into right field, he hit well. He just hit it right at Rogers in the second. Now he's got a single. So doing a great job at the bottom of that Dragon order. Here is the top and Grisham. And he takes a pitch up and away for ball one. Ricebirds will send 8, 9, and 1 to the plate in the bottom of the fifth. As Prine comes with the 1-0, and that's a swing and a miss, even to the count at 1 apiece. See a young lady coming from the concession stand with a Johnny Freeze. I believe that's a Johnny Freeze. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. It gets past Wittenberg. The runner's going to be able to move up to second. And that'll be a man in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Johnny Freeze. What's your favorite Johnny Freeze flavor, Mr. Fontenot? Red. Keep it simple. Just give me the red. Tiger's blood. Coach Tate says Tiger's blood. It's pretty good. My daughter likes the cotton candy one, but man, that thing is so sweet. She likes sweet stuff. 1 ball, 2 strikes as they check on the base runner, Ross. Here's the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Prine. Gets the second out. Grisham down for the 3rd time tonight, and it's up to Pippinger if the Dragons are going to score one here in the 5th. They trail 2-1. Ross stands at second. Pippinger has singled and was cut down on a 2-3 in the 1st. He struck out looking in the 3rd. As Prine comes set from the belt, here's the pitch to Pippinger, and it's a curveball that misses outside. Tiger's blood's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. I like pineapple flavored stuff. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a foul tip off of Wittenberg's helmet. I love Hawaiian pizza. Anybody that says pineapple is not supposed to be on a pizza just doesn't understand. They're wrong. Then they've never tried it. Yes, sir. Me and you we're going to go get a Hawaiian pizza when this one's over. Yeah, man, I love them. Barbecue, Hawaiian, all that stuff. I'm not a purist when it comes to my pizza. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Prine. Curveball hit on the ground to McCray. He's going to have to go in the hole to field it. Fields throws across. Can he get him? Dig it out, and he's safe. So that's an infield single for Pippinger. McCray made a good effort at it. Had to go in the hole between short and second, the 5.5 hole. The throw was on a bounce. Dagan was able to dig it out, but Pippinger with 1 step beats the throw, and there's runners at the corners now for the number 3 batter, Bowers. Only the 2nd inning that there's been base runners tonight. Well, excuse me, there was an HBP in the 4th, so other than that. Bowers, what has he done? He's walked, advanced on an error, and scored the lone DeWitt run. He struck out swinging in the 3rd. As Prine comes set, trying to keep that tying run at 3rd. Here's the pitch. That is a ball outside. Pippinger did not look as though he was going to try to swipe second. He's got a baby lead over there. Here's the pitch from Prine. Runner stays. Swing is fouled off to the right side for a strike. Ricebirds have been clean tonight. Only 1 error. Prine has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Dragons. Walked 2, hit 1. Here's the 1-1 to Bowers. Curveball. Doesn't curve enough, and it's 2-1. In addition to Bowers with those brand new shiny blue shoes, he's also got some bright blue, green, and pink batting gloves. That's a little bit of a color clash. Here's the 2-1. Hit in the air, foul. That one looks like it's trying to make its way to the football field. I bet it didn't get that far. Need some baseballs. We're all out of baseballs. Can't play baseball without baseballs. got a Savannah banana baseball. We went to Savannah last March. Watched the bananas play the party animals. It's a yellow ball. They play with a yellow baseball. Got a little banana on it. It's pretty neat. Is it next weekend that they're coming to Dickie Stevens? I tell you what, if you're a baseball purist, you're going to turn your nose up at it, but it's a lot of fun. It really is. It's like Harlem Globetrotters meets WWE wrestling and a little bit of baseball. It's a lot of fun. Here's the 2-2 to Bowers. Just got a piece of it, and we'll do it again. I mean, man, they're in Savannah. First of all, the stadium they play at is really, really old, really, really neat. Jackie Robinson played there. Pretty cool. And, man, they free burgers, free chicken sandwiches, everything. Part of the deal. Free everything. Not the best cheeseburger you're ever going to eat, but you're full. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Big pitch coming from Prine. 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Here it is. Curveball fouled down the third base line. We'll do it again. DeWitt's fouled a bunch of pitches off tonight. They have made Prine work for every out he's gotten. He's pitched well. The Savannah Bananas. 2-2. Here it is, and he swings and misses at a high fastball, and Pride pumps his fist. He gets out of the 5th. We're leading it 2-1. Stuttgart comes to bat in the bottom of the frame with a 1-run lead. They will send 8-9-1 to the plate when we come back in 90 seconds. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball, powered by Freemeier's Best Brands Plus. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
A generator is one of those things you never think about until you really need it. Luckily, Durden's in Stuttgart is your local authorized Generac dealer, and that means we can sell, install, and provide warranty service on your generator. And that's a big deal because a generator is a big investment, and you're depending on it to work properly when you need it. Call us today at 673-1356 to learn more about home backup options, portable generators, and even commercial options for your business. And let's save the candlelight dinners just for date night.
Durden's in Stuttgart. Guaranteed comfort since 1960.
Hello, this is Kyle Stovison with Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services in Stuttgart. If you're looking to purchase or refinance farm real estate, equipment, cattle, or need capital for your crop operating expenses, we finance it all and share our profits through our patronage program. At Ag Heritage, we have friendly loan officers, competitive rates, and most of all, a lender who provides you with a financing package tailor-made to fit your individual needs. Please contact Kevin Wingfield or myself, Kyle Stovison, in Stuttgart at 870-673-1558. Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services is an equal housing lender.
Muck boots are ready to take on any job while keeping you protected. And you'll find original Muck boots at U.S. Irrigation Distributors in Stuttgart and DeWitt, along with comfortable, stylish, and tough Twisted X footwear. Check out these 2 great lines of boots and shoes, including 100% weatherproof options today at U.S. Irrigation. Original Muck boots and Twisted X footwear. U.S. Irrigation Distributors, Highway 165 north of Stuttgart, and in DeWitt at 550 Highway 165 north. Call 673-2830 or 946-4116.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Stuttgart and DeWitt. Ricebirds lead it 2-1 as they'll send Jay Griffin to the plate. Griffin started things off for Stuttgart in the 4th. He had that leadoff double. Excuse me, it was in the 3rd, I'm sorry. A leadoff double. And he was chased home with a couple of infield singles to give Stuttgart their first run of the night. They scored 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. DeWitt's lone run came all the way back in the 1st inning. They trail Stuttgart 2-1, being out hit 4-3. As the first pitch to Griffin is a curveball that catches the outer 3rd for strike 1. No changes for DeWitt defensively. As Griffin digs in from the right side. Fastball misses away, 1-1. Grisham's thrown well tonight. He's working into his 5th. As his 1-1 delivery misses away, and it's 2-1. Got in a little trouble in the 4th. Stuttgart put 2 on with nobody out. Got 1 across, but then a couple of pop-ups ended the frame. Well, excuse me, a pop-up and a strikeout. As the 2-1 is on the way to Griffin, he fouls it off out of play. That one goes into the concourse area. It's going to bounce up against the fence over by the softball field. Miss Danielle Duncan walking behind us here. She takes care of me on my pictures for the newspaper. Always grateful for her. She gets me great pictures from the baseball team and the football team. She took care of my pictures in football as well. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a drive left side. That's going to push, I believe, foul. Let's see. Yep, it's going to be about 10 feet foul. The wind kind of pushed it out there. And the 2-2 to Griffin. We'll have another one. As I said, Griffin doubled and scored. He's 1 for 1 today, his second plate appearance of the afternoon. Well, we're turning into the evening now, I guess. Stuttgart leads at 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Dragons, let's see, they will send, I believe, 4, 5, and 6 to the plate. Griffin fouls another one off, that one down the right side. Yeah, it'll be Poston, Rhodes, and Dale for the Dragons if no changes are made to that lineup. Griffin back in the box after a little bit of a delay. As Grisham delivers, and that one misses outside, and Jay's worked him full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Another good at bat for the Ricebird left fielder. As Grisham brings the next, he grounds it to the third baseman. That's going to be a tough play. Fields throws across. They're going to say he pulled his foot. The first baseman. The throw was in time, but they're going to say that number 4, Golden, pulled his foot, and that's going to be, I'm not sure how they'll score that, to be perfectly honest with you. They may score that an infield hit. They called it a hit. So they're going to score that an infield single for Jay Griffin. He's 2 for 2 this afternoon. Had to hesitate there because our umpire he wasn't very emphatic with the call and weren't sure what the call was going to be. Now DeWitt's going to take time. We'll see if this is a mound conversation or a umpire conversation. It's going to be a pitching change. So Guthrie's day is done. He goes 4 complete innings, gives up 5 hits and 2 runs, both of them earned. We can't close the book on him yet because he's responsible for Jay Griffin at first. And the new pitcher looks like it's going to be number 6? Number 5. I believe that's number 5, the center fielder, Bowers. So Bowers will come into the game, and Grisham will head out to center. And that will be your new pitcher of record when we come back in 1 minute. Back in 1 minute, you're listening to Ricebird Baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network.
Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus has been supporting Ricebird's athletics for 43 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebird tradition. Freemeyer's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now, Freemeyer's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeyer's at 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Best brands, best prices, best people.
Hi, this is Lorianne Brown, and here at Farmers and Merchants Bank, we've been part of the community since 1945, and that means something important. We're locally owned and operated right here in Arkansas. The folks making decisions at our bank live right here. We know the soil, the community, and the value of your word. We combine the best of modern banking with old-fashioned, neighborly trust because our success is tied directly to yours. Come in and talk to a hometown expert. Farmers and Merchants Bank, rooted in Arkansas, growing communities, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
So Bowers, the center fielder, comes in to pitch for DeWitt with 1 on and nobody out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Stuttgart has Kipton Carey at the plate. His lone plate appearance was a sacrifice 1-3 to move Griffin up to third, who eventually came around to score on an RBI sacrifice from Austin Fontenot. We'll see if Carey is asked to do that again with a runner at first, or if they let the second baseman swing away as the Ricebirds lead DeWitt 2-1. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday, March the 10th, when the Lady Ricebird softball team hosts Carlisle. And that'll be our only broadcast next week. And then we'll have a couple of broadcasts the following week, the Monday and Tuesday, when softball hosts Joe T. Robinson, baseball against Dumas. Then it'll be spring break, and we'll turn the calendar to April. But tonight, it's the Dragons and the Ricebirds, an Arkansas County battle. Stuttgart leads it 2-1 as DeWitt makes the first pitching change of the afternoon. It's Bowers in for Grisham. Grisham did a good job out there. Had Stuttgart off balance for most of the night. Only change defensively is the pitcher to center, the center fielder to pitcher. So nothing else changes for DeWitt. Although we did have one change. Golden moved from left field to first base as Guthrie came into the game to play left with Glidwell being lifted. Here's the pitch to Carey. He's not going to have to bunt because that one gets to the backstop and Griffin moves up to second. So the Ricebirds have a man in scoring position with nobody out. Kipton Carey at the plate. We'll see if that changes anything for Coach Brown, if he wants to get Griffin to third with less than 2 outs, or if he's going to let Kipton swing away. He's already got a sacrifice 1-3 tonight. It was a good one, almost bunted it past the pitcher. Griffin gets his lead. Carey does show bunt, takes a strike, and the count evens at 1 apiece. Not surprised. Coach Brown really likes to play small ball when he can. He tries to manufacture runs. Doesn't mind winning the game 3-1. As Griffin with a big lead at second. Another step. Now they bunt it to right at Bowers. He fields. He'll get the out at first. That's a sacrifice 1-3. So 2 of those for Kipton Carey tonight. And there's 1 out. That brings the top of the order and Austin Fontenot to the plate. Fontenot has only one of the RBIs tonight, and it was kind of a controversial RBI. He looked to obviously foul one off his foot into fair territory, which should have been a foul ball. But the home plate umpire said it was fair, and they threw Austin out at first, so it was a sac 1-3, but it scored the run. That was the second run of the afternoon. In fact, that's the go-ahead run right now. Fontenot takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Beautiful night for baseball here on the Grand Prairie. As the 1-0 from Bowers is inside, and he's only thrown 1 strike so far. That was the pitch that, well, 2, I guess. 2 to Carey. One of them he bunted fair. He's behind in the count 2-0 to the Ricebird leadoff center fielder. As Bowers is going to work from the windup with a man on third. Here's the pitch. Tried the curveball and missed over the outer half. That one stayed put, and it's 3-0. Griffin is Grisham's responsibility as the 3-0 catches the plate, 3-1. Cameron Rogers in the on-deck circle. Then Bo Barnes. Here's the 3-1, swing and a miss. Fontenot went after a fastball down and in, and the count is full now. Center fielder Grisham, I'm sorry. I keep calling him Guthrie. They've got a Guthrie. They've got a Golden, Glidwell, Guthrie, and Grisham. A lot of G's. He is very deep in center. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and that's the second out of the frame.
Now batting number 9, Cameron Rogers.
Cameron Rogers will have to get a 2-out base hit for Stuttgart to push one across, or maybe get a little help from the Dragons. DeWitt center fielder Grisham shifts over to right center field. A massive hole to his right. And that pitch looked like it might have been tipped into the glove. Strike 1. And Grisham, anything in front of him, that's going to be easily get down. He is way too deep out there. Here's the 0-1. Shows bunt and bunts it for well, no, they say that he didn't get a piece of it. It's a strike. Thought he fouled it off. They were going to try a little safety squeeze there. Well, really wasn't a safety squeeze, I guess, if there's 2 outs. But still, they were going to try to bunt him home. Now Rogers has to bat with 0-2. Can Bowers close the door? Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. And we'll do it again. Two-strike count on the Ricebird right fielder. Jay Griffin stands at third. He led the inning off with a single, an infield single. As the 0-2's on the way, swing and a miss. And Stuttgart strands a runner at third in the fifth. No runs on one hit, one left stranded. We head to the top of the sixth. Stuttgart leads DeWitt 2-1. This broadcast powered by Freemeier's Best Brands Plus. Back in 2 minutes. I'll tell you what, Evan, let's make it 90 seconds. Back in 90 seconds, you're listening to Ricebird Baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network.
Have the past few weeks sounded a little like this? And have you been feeling more like this? Then it's time to take care of you. It's time to find your calm at The Method by the Katy Shack, where everything you loved is still here, plus even more to help you restore, revive, rejuvenate, and relax. At The Method, you'll find massage therapy, a variety of facials, sauna sessions, red light therapy, pain treatments, yoga, personal nutrition guidance, personal training, permanent makeup services, and IV hydration therapy with a licensed nurse. Feeling better already? Then call 870-873-4300 or visit The Method by the Katy Shack at 2115 South Columbus Street. Make your appointment today and let's find your calm again.
Express Employment Professionals in Stuttgart has immediate openings for all job types and skill levels. Come in today to apply or go online to expresspros.com. Express is now hiring clerical, office administration, warehouse and production, equipment operators, CDL drivers, welders, machine operators, general labor, and all sorts of skilled trades. Even if you're just thinking about a new job, start your search with Express Employment Professionals at 1904 South Main in Stuttgart. Come in today or go online to expresspros.com.
Ricebirds strand a runner in the fifth. They head to the top of six, leading DeWitt 2-1. It's 4, 5, and 6 in the Dragon lineup. Jax Poston, Colton Rhodes, and the right fielder, we don't know his first name. His last name's Dale. That is 4, 5, 6. Golden bats if anyone reaches. Hayden Pride back on the rubber for his sixth inning of work. He's given up 3 hits, walked 2, hit 1. 1 error. So only 7 base runners for the Dragons tonight. As the first pitch to Poston is a strike over the outer half. That was the curveball. That one misses down, 1-1. Ricebirds back in action. Well, if let me pull up their roster, their schedule. There it is. Ricebirds back in action on the 9th, March the 9th, as they'll play Hamburg at UAM, 5 o'clock first pitch, varsity, junior varsity. Ricebirds will then travel to Monticello on the 12th. It's Prine with a little extra time for the 1-1. Now he's ready. Here it is. Didn't miss by much. 2 balls and a strike. Ricebirds not back at home until March 17th, so pretty good road trip. That game on the 17th against Dumas as the 2-1 is on the way to Poston, and he fouls one down the right side, 2-2. That'll be our next broadcast of baseball. Will be that home game against the Bobcats, 5 o'clock, varsity, junior varsity. We'll have the Ladybirds game against Carlisle next Tuesday. Prine looks to get the leadoff man here, 2-2. Ground ball to the left side. That one is going to be cut off by Barnes. He throws across, not in time, but he does a great job of keeping it on the infield. Bo gets dirty there, knocks it down, made a strong throw, Poston beat it by a step. So that's going to be a leadoff infield single for the Dragons. Poston's had a good day. He's 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles and a pop-up to the second baseman. Courtesy runner for Poston is number 2. Number 2. Who is number 2? Number 2 is London. And with a 2-1 Ricebird lead, DeWitt might be a little aggressive on the base paths here. Barnes is in on the corner. As Rhodes is ready, here's the pitch. He swings and fouls one off. Stuttgart paying attention to the bunt. They've got Bo Barnes on the grass at third. Duncan holds the runner, London, at first, and he's bouncing off to the grass. Infield is back deep as London has a small to moderate lead over there at first base. Rhodes digs in from the right side as Prine works from the belt. There goes the runner. Curveball's high. Throw down is not in time as London got a very good jump, and the Dragons have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. It was a good pitch for Wittenberg to have a chance as it was up. The throw was good. It was on target, but that pitch was that one was stolen on the pitcher as London got a huge jump. Now a base hit could tie it. Rhodes ready for the 1-1. Shows bunt. Bunts it in the air. Prine dropped it. He dropped it. Wittenberg comes out and everybody's safe. So Prine came off the mound, looked like he was going to catch that pop-up, and it hits the ground, so can't be an error. So it can't have an error on the pitcher, so that's going to have to go down as an infield single, and Coach Brown's going to take time. He needs to talk to his pitcher. So Dragons have something stirring here. They've got runners at first and second, nobody out. This is their biggest opportunity for a big inning all night long. And they're going to send the right fielder Dale to the plate. He was hit by a pitch back in the fourth, and he struck out in the first. I about guarantee you this young man's going to sacrifice. We'll see. Trailing 2-1 in the top of the sixth inning. That's the fourth hit of the afternoon for the Dragons. As Dale stands in, gets the sign as Prine is ready. He's not squaring, and the first pitch is swung on and missed, so he makes me a liar. I just knew he'd be bunting. We'll see if he bunts now. He just kind of grabbed the brim of his helmet. I wonder if that's to say I got it. Let's see. Nope, he's swinging, and he misses at that inside fastball. 0-2. Strikeout would go down smooth here for Mr. Hayden Prine. He needs a strikeout here. He's way ahead in the count. Runners take their leads from first and second. Prine working very fast out there. Here it is. Swinging a little pop-up to the second baseman. Carey makes the catch. No one can advance, so missed opportunity there, and there's one gone. So Prine gets the first one. Soft liner to Kipton Carey. And that brings the left fielder Golden. Well, he was the left fielder. He's playing first now. He hadn't particularly looked good. He struck out twice, but he's hit a couple of foul balls a long way. He's definitely the biggest kid in the Dragon lineup. As the first one is on the way to Golden, and boy, that is a nasty curveball. That was absolutely nasty. Golden gave up on it about 2/3 of the way there, and it just clipped the inner corner. One strike now. It's Prine working very fast. He's not even worried about the runners right now. Here's the pitch to Golden. That one's down, 1-1. Good spot to miss. Pitcher's pitch there. Nothing Golden could do with it. Big gap in right center field as Fontenot is shaded to left. Corner outfielders are maybe a step deep, trying to play a little no-double defense. Here's the 1-1 from Hayden Prine. Swing and a miss. There go the runners. Nobody's covering, and everybody's safe. Stuttgart might have fallen asleep there. That was a double straight steal as the runners advance. Nobody was covering third. Wittenberg had to eat it, and now a base hit could potentially give the Dragons the lead. As Coach Brown comes out, he wants to make sure his defense is aware of the situation. They're going to bring the infield in. I'm a little bit surprised by that with a 2-1 lead. Opens a lot of holes in the infield. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Golden down on strikes for the third time tonight, and there's two gone. That brings the left fielder Guthrie to the plate. Guthrie subbed in for Glidwell back in the fourth, and he bats with 2 outs and runners at second and third. Prine trying to get out of a 2-on, nobody out jam. Here's the first one. Foul ball to the backstop. Prine trying to squeeze his way out of trouble. He is 1 out away from doing it here in the top of the 6th inning. Stuttgart backs up into regular position with 2 gone. Fontenot maybe a step shallow in center. Regular depth in the corner outfield. Here's Prine's 0-1. Didn't miss by much, 1-1. Good spot to miss, in fact. Prine just kind of nibbling at the edges right now. Runners take their leads. Prine comes set, baseball at the belt. Here's the pitch. It is a curveball that finishes down. Thought that one might have caught the corner. Stuttgart fans think it should have been strike 2. As it is, it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count on the Dragon left fielder. Ross, the second baseman, Mr. Shooty himself, is on deck. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a pop-up, left side. Griffin comes in, and he dropped it. 2 runs are going to score, and Guthrie cruises into second with a really, really tough one out there for Jay Griffin. He didn't look comfortable with that ball off the bat, and he dropped it. 2 Dragons cross, and they lead it 3-2. Not sure if he lost it in the lack of light or maybe the wind pushed it a little bit, but he never looked comfortable, and now Ross stands at the plate with a runner at second. Foul ball. Thought Stuttgart was out of it. Prine had looked to squeeze his way out of a 2-on, nobody-out situation, but an E7 give the Dragons the lead. In fact, all 3 of their runs this afternoon have been unearned. An E7 and an E1. As Prine takes a little extra time as he readies the 0-1 pitch. Guthrie takes the lead at second. Not a very big one. They're not worried about him. The pitch to Ross is swung on and missed for strike 2. Ross has had a good day at the plate. He lined out sharply to the right fielder in the second, singled, and was left stranded at first in the 5th. Here's the 0-2. Prine way ahead. Curveball, popped it up. It's shallow. Who's going to call for it? It's going to be Kipton Carey. He makes the catch, and that'll do it for DeWitt in the 6th. But they push 2 across. They lead the Birds 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. This broadcast powered by Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus in Stuttgart. We'll be back in 90 seconds with more Rice Bird baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network.
Like you, Stedman's Ace Hardware is passionate about their community. They support the Lions Club, Fight Like a Kid, and numerous other organizations, including youth, high school, and adult sports programs. Whether helping their neighbors or helping their customers, Stedman's Ace Hardware truly is the helpful place. Shop Weber Grills, Blackstone Griddles, Traeger Pellet Grills and Pellets, and more, and get all the help you need at Stedman's Ace Hardware, 110 South College in downtown Stuttgart. Stedman's Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
Do you know how much life insurance your partner has? What company is it with? Do you have life insurance? Is it through your employer only, or do you have a policy that you own? This is Holly Brothers, and as a life insurance agent, it is my responsibility to discuss the types of coverage available to you and put a plan in place for when your employer no longer provides coverage. Life insurance costs more as we age, so don't wait to apply. Let's lock in your rate today and save. Give Keith or myself a call at Connection Insurance, 870-673-9249.
Tohatsu Outboard offers 4-stroke motors from 2.5 to 250 horsepower, and all with a 5-year warranty. Built with their one-of-a-kind direct injection technology, Tohatsu has revolutionized environmental performance, uncompromising their pursuit of durable and lightweight outboard motors. And with interest rates as low as 4.99% financing, now is the time to get a new Tohatsu motor from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Call Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart or click on maxbw.com. Great service and competitive prices. Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. The hunt begins here.
Rice Birds have to battle back here in the final 2 frames. They trailed DeWitt 3-2. The Dragons have scored 1 in the 1st and 2 in the 6th. All 3 runs unearned. Stuttgart 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. They stranded 2 in the 5th. Stuttgart has left 6, Dragons 4. As the Ricebirds send 3, 4, and 5 to the plate here in the 6th. Bo Barnes, Dagan Duncan, Hayden Prine, Axton McCray bats if anyone reaches. And I'm going to pull up my game changer and just see if we have a pitch count. Also going to give you an update as Monticello leads Stuttgart 6-2 in the top of the 7th inning in the softball game. Come over here to this
Now batting number 10.
box score and see if we can get a pitch count on Hayden. Yeah, he's almost done. He's at 97 pitches. I think, is 105 the limit? Is it 105? I'm talking about for Stuttgart, for Pride. He's at 97 according to Game Changer. So he may not come out for the 7th. We'll see. Looks like Stuttgart does have action in the bullpen, just now looking down there. As the first pitch to Bo Barnes is swung and fouled to the parking lot for strike 1. Not sure who the pitcher is down there getting loose, but I'm not sure if he'll start the inning or if he'll come in after a batter, depending on, because Prine does have some pitches left. He's at 97, but he's thrown a lot for his first start of the season. That pitch is an off speed that Barnes stayed back on, but he couldn't get a piece of. He really liked the way that curveball looked. Kept his hands back, and it was up. He just missed it. Behind in the count 0-2 as Bowers comes with the next one, and that is a pitch down, 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Swinging a drive, back through the box, base hit, into center. Barnes with a nice afternoon. He is now 2 for 3 with a double and a single.
Now batting number 15, Dagan Duncan.
As Dagan Duncan comes to the plate. Dunk has not yet got on track at the plate. He had a nice game on the mound Tuesday, but so far tonight he's had weak contact, a pop up to the shortstop and a little cue ball off the end of the bat for an infield single in the 4th. He hit it about 30 feet. See if he can straighten one out here and chase Bo at least to third, maybe home. He'd have to be all the way to the wall to chase Bo home from first, but maybe we could get him to third. Here's the first one to Dagan, and he's just not seeing it right now. That was a center cut fastball. Maybe a little down, Dagan, again, he's capable. He just hasn't gotten going yet. Boy, they're going to go up on him. I'm a little surprised by that. Here's the pitch. Boy, he swings and misses through a high fastball. Really surprised they climbed the ladder there. That's in Dagan's wheelhouse, but boy, it worked as Dunk is in the hole 0-2. Barnes with a small lead at first. Bowers works the 0-2 to Duncan. Here it is. It's hit on the air on the line right side. That's down. Barnes has to stop at second. Duncan with his second hit of the day, and the Ricebirds have 2 on with nobody out for the pitcher, Hayden Prine. He was out in front of an off-speed pitch, kept the hands back, and deposited into right field. As we're going to have time called as DeWitt wants to have a mound visit. So the Dragons lead 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. But the Ricebirds have 2 on with nobody out as the heart of the order. The big bats have set the table. Let's see if Hayden Prine can chase him home, help himself, and get himself in line for a dub here tonight. As it is, Hayden is on the hook. Broadcast powered by Freemeier's Best Brands Plus, and we are going to have a pitching change. I'm a little surprised by that. So Bowers hasn't been particularly bad, but we're going to have a pitching change. It's going to be Bowers who will head back out to center. They're going to bring Grisham in from center. Are they going to re-enter him? No, there's no way. No, it's going to be Grisham's going to come in to play infield, and it looks like it's going to be number 36, or number 30, I'm sorry, Colton Rhodes, who is going to be the new pitcher of record for the Dragons. So Colton Rhodes comes to the mound. It looks like maybe Grisham will come into play third as Bowers heads back out to center. Rhodes will have to deal with 2 on with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th when we come back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Riceburg Baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network.
Hi, this is Emily Smith from Coker-Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop. If you're a fan of Ro Casa, come see what's new. We carry their full line of natural remedies from sleep sprays to immune support oils and everything in between. Whether you're shopping for yourself or a loved one, we're happy to help you find just what you need. Stop by and see us at 218 South Main Street in downtown Stuttgart. Call, text, or FaceTime the gift shop at 870-659-0777. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram for updates and product tips.
Battle brewing here on the Prairie. The Ricebirds and the Dragons. DeWitt leads 3-2. Stuttgart with nobody out, 2 on. Dagan Duncan stands at first. Bo Barnes stands at second. Hayden Prine at the plate. And the new pitcher of record is number 30, Colton Rhodes. He moves from third to the pitcher's mound. And he'll try to worm his way out of trouble here in the bottom of the 6th. Prine has struck out and drove in a run in the 4th with a sacrifice fly to center. And that's a curveball that catches the plate for strike 1. Rhodes is pretty violent to the plate. A lot of motion out there. Kind of lunges at the batter, hides the ball pretty well. Now that is, he's getting quick pitched. There we go. He's going to show bunt. Prine pulls it back, and it pops out of the catcher's glove, and everybody is safe. So Stuttgart shows bunt, pulls it back, popped out of Poston's glove, and Dagan, Duncan, and Bo Barnes advance 90. So a base hit could give Stuttgart the lead. Something in the air could tie it, and it'll be interesting to see if DeWitt, one would think they're going to play back and concede the run here for an out. Here's the 1-1 curveball, strike. Prine thought it was high, but he's behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Needs something, not a pop-up and not a strikeout. Here comes the 1-2. Outside. I almost spoke too soon, but thought I had spoke too soon, but it was outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners take their lead as Rhodes working quickly. Here's the pitch, curveball. That was a good piece of hitting there as Prine spoils that one. That was a good pitcher's pitch. Too close to take, but couldn't do much with it, so he just fouls it down the third base line. Good piece of hitting there. He'll earn an opportunity here with a 2-2 coming from Colton Rhodes. Right-hander comes set from the belt, checks on Barnes at third. Here's the pitch. It is outside, and Prine has worked the count from 0-2 all the way back to 3-2. No matter what, it's been a good at-bat for the senior as he tries to help himself. Nobody out. Bottom of the 6th. Rhodes with the baseball. Comes set. Pitch is popped up to the backstop. We'll do it again. Good battle brewing here. 3-2. DeWitt leads it. Stuttgart's out hit them 7-4, but a couple of errors have hurt the Ricebirds. All 3 of DeWitt's runs unearned tonight. Here's the set from Rhodes. Curveball just got a piece of it, and he's earned another swing. He's battling out there. Hayden Prine, Colton Rhodes. Rhodes, the third pitcher of the evening for the Dragons. Grisham started it. Bowers took over in the 4th, and now Rhodes in the 6th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Rhodes wins the battle, and there's 1 gone here in the home half of the 6th. Strikeout of Prine is the 8th K of the afternoon for the Ricebirds. Axton McCray comes to the plate. McCray struck out in the 2nd, popped up to the catcher in the 4th. And now he bats with runners at 2nd and 3rd and 1 out in the 6th. Feels like this is the moment for Stuttgart as McCray takes the ball outside. Nathan Spoon in the on-deck circle. He'll bat, barring some kind of a wild double play. 1-0. That's a strike on the corner, 1-1. Rhodes lost his hat. the flow just kind of kicked off the hat. Couldn't hang in there. Rhodes is violent to the plate. He has got a lot of motion. As he comes with the 1-1 to McCray. That one's outside, 2-1. Well, they are playing McCray up the middle. There is tons of room down the lines, especially down the left field line. The left fielder's playing left center. A lot of room to left. Here's the 2-1 from Colton Rhodes. Shows bunt, bunts it foul. Safety squeeze was on. Probably bunted at ball 3. It was really a good pitch to bunt, though. It was up and out over the plate. Good pitch to bunt the opposite way, which is right where you want to bunt it on a safety squeeze. Well, never a bad thing to make a third baseman feel it, I guess. But 2-2. Big pitch here coming. Swinging a pop-up down the right side. It's going to reach the seats. Actually, it's going to hit the top of the Ricebirds dugout and bounce into the parking lot. Well, Rhodes has come in, and he is beginning to close the door. He got a strikeout of Prine. He's 2-2 on McCray. Nathan Spoon's on deck. Nathan struck out twice tonight. Dagan Duncan led things off with a single. Bo Barnes led off with a single. Duncan chased him with a single. Now they stand at second and third as the 2-2's on the way, and he got a piece. And, boy, that one clipped the home plate umpire. He has got a shoulder bruise and some seams to show for it. As we're going to give our home plate umpire an extra beat to kind of work out that left shoulder. That'll give McCray an opportunity to contemplate this 2-2 delivery from Colton Rhodes. He's got the sign that he likes. Comes set, has the baseball in the glove from the letters. Here it is. Just missed upstairs, and the count's full. So back-to-back full count at bats for the Ricebirds and for Colton Rhodes. Here it is. Curveball, strike 3 called, and that was a dandy. Dandy curveball freezes McCray. And back-to-back strikeouts have the Dragons 1 out away from getting out of a 2-on, nobody-out jam. Nathan Spoon, more than capable of driving in some runs here, but he has had a tough night. He's trying not to get the collar. He's got 2 strikeouts. As Rhodes comes set, checks on Barnes. Here's the pitch, and that one is outside for ball 1. Jay Griffin on deck. As Rhodes comes set with the 1-0. That one's in the dirt. They're going to try to score. Barnes from third, and he does. So the Ricebirds tie it at 2. Everybody advances. I believe they'll score that as a pass ball. And so now some of the pressure is off of Nathan Spoon as he has a 2-0 count, and the go-ahead run stands 90 feet away. I wonder if there's any consideration to pinch run Duncan down there. Looks like he's going to stay on the bag. So it's going to be Nathan Spoon with a 2-0 count. Rhodes comes set and misses down. Boy, I tell you what, baseball's a funny sport. Dragons took the 3-2 lead on an error by our left fielder. And look who's on deck. That same young man. He's going to have potentially, if Spoon can work a walk here, it'll be Jake Griffin with an opportunity. So it's just amazing how that works sometimes. You make a mistake in the field, you come to the plate the bottom half of the inning. He's going to have to wait a while as that pitch catches the plate, and it's 3-1. But it's just so amazing how that happens. You make an error on one side, you lead off the next inning. I'd love to see Jay get an opportunity to come to the plate here. Spoon would like to finish it here. 3-1, fouled off to the backstop. That was his pitch. He's kind of mad at himself. That was a belt-high fastball that Nathan fouled right into the screen. Rhodes One strike away from no more damage. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the Ricebirds strand a runner. So Stuttgart pushes one across on 2 hits. One stranded. And we go to the top of the 7th inning, tied at 3. We'll see who our new pitcher of record is here in just a moment. If it's going to be Hayden Prine or if it's going to be a pitching change. We'll go ahead and find that out before we take our break, as Coach Brown is going to bring his team together outside of the Ricebird dugout. They're going to talk it over as Stuttgart got one across. They couldn't get the second one across. And let's see who makes their way out to the rubber, as Hayden Prine's sitting at 97 pitches. Looks like Prine's trying to talk his way onto the mound to me. He's still talking to Coach Brown and Coach Moser. And it's going to be Hayden Prine. So Prine is going to at least start the inning. He probably won't be able to finish it, already at 97 pitches, but he's going to go out and give it a go for the top of the 7th, tied at 3. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network, powered by Freemeier's Best Brands Plus.
Hi, this is Jennifer Smith from Wilkerson Jewelers. The real value in any jewelry is the sentimental connection that you have to the pieces you own. The beautiful earrings your grandparents gave you when you graduated. The amazing engagement ring your fiancé surprised you with. The watch your company presented you with when you retired from your job. For over 50 years, Wilkerson's has been a part of those special moments. And we love that we get to be a small part of some of the most important experiences of your lives. No matter what your budget, come in to shop or check us out online at wilkersonjewelers.com. Easy financing and layaway are available. At Wilkerson Jewelers in beautiful downtown Stuttgart, we want to build memories with you.
Express Employment Professionals in Stuttgart has immediate openings for all job types and skill levels. Come in today to apply or go online to expresspros.com. Express is now hiring clerical, office administration, warehouse and production, equipment operators, CDL drivers, welders, machine operators, general labor, and all sorts of skilled trades. Even if you're just thinking about a new job, start your search with Express Employment Professionals at 1904 South Main in Stuttgart. Come in today or go online to expresspros.com.
Just as it should be, we're tied at 3 in the top of the 7th inning. Hayden Prine on for his 7th inning of work. He's at 97 pitches, so unless he has a quick 1-2-3 inning, he will not likely finish the inning. The Dragons will send the top of their order to the plate: Grisham, Pippinger, and Bowers. Griffin 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Pippinger 2 for 3 with a couple of singles, and Bowers 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Excuse me, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk, I'm sorry. So Grisham digs in from the right side as Hayden Prine wants to make quick work of the Dragons here. First one is swung on, tapped foul, and that's strike 1. No changes defensively for Stuttgart. They shade Grisham a tick to left center. That pitch is in the dirt. A lot of room in right center field for the Dragon infielder. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a foul. A ball and 2 strikes. Ricebirds will send 8-9-1 to the plate in the bottom of the inning. One-two is a curveball. Strike 3 called. It caught the top of the zone. And there's one gone here in the Dragon 7th. Lot of horizontal break and on that one. That brings Pippinger to the plate with 1 out and nobody on as Prine works from the windup. Here's the first one, and that is a curveball bounced to Barnes at third. He gets it on the candy hop, throws across, and Dagan Duncan makes the catch, and that is 5-3 on the put out of Pippinger. So quickly, the Dragons have 2 gone, and Prine may just get out of this thing. I didn't think there'd be any way he wouldn't reach his pitch limit, but He only had to throw 4 pitches to get to this point, so he's at around 100 to 101. And once you start a batter, you have to finish it. So it's potentially, we could see Pride finish the inning. He's got to get through Bowers, the center fielder. If he's going to do it, he'll work from the windup with the bases empty. As the first one is a curveball, that was a beauty. That curveball's been working tonight. He's ahead, no balls and a strike, and that's really been the equalizer for him. He's done a good job hitting the corners with the fastball. He may have stayed up a little bit, but that curveball has kept DeWitt off balance all night. Here's the 0-1. There it is again. That one missed high. Wanted one. Tried to double it up there. Why not? Ricebirds stay back defensively. Barnes a couple of feet back at third. Duncan as well at first. Middle infield standing on the cut of the grass. The 1-1. Curveball hit foul. Boy, he turned on it way out in front. Wouldn't say Stuttgart's in no doubles defense in the outfield, but there may be a step or two deeper. Now they're gonna go closer to the line. So that's what I expected. So that looks more like a little no doubles defense. Tied at 3, top 7. Bowers with the 1-2 count. Pride comes with the delivery, and that one catches the corner. Strike 3 called, and 1, 2, 3 go the Dragons in the 7th. Pride goes the distance. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Stuttgart and DeWitt knotted at 3. Jay Griffin, Kipton Carey, and Austin Fontenot come to the plate when we come back in 90 seconds. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network, powered by Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus.
Have the past few weeks sounded a little like this? And have you been feeling more like this? Then it's time to take care of you. It's time to find your calm at The Method by the Katy Shack, where everything you loved is still here, plus even more to help you restore, revive, rejuvenate, and relax. At The Method, you'll find massage therapy, a variety of facials, sauna sessions, red light therapy, pain treatments, yoga, personal nutrition guidance, personal training, permanent makeup services, and IV hydration therapy with a licensed nurse. Feeling better already? Then call 870-873-4300 or visit The Method by the Katy Shack at 2115 South Columbus Street. Make your appointment today and let's find your calm again.
Hi, this is Lorianne Brown, and here at Farmers and Merchants Bank, we've been part of the community since 1945, and that means something important. We're locally owned and operated right here in Arkansas. The folks making decisions at our bank live right here. We know the soil, the community, and the value of your word. We combine the best of modern banking with old-fashioned, neighborly trust because our success is tied directly to yours. Come in and talk to a hometown expert. Farmers and Merchants Bank, rooted in Arkansas, growing communities, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bottom of the 2nd inning. I just saw something I don't know if I've ever seen. The ball caught the top of the catcher's mitt, and it popped up over the backstop. The physics of that was interesting. Ricebirds send 8-9-1 to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 3 with the DeWitt Dragons. Coach Brown and the DeWitt coach were just now talking to our home plate umpire. Not sure what that was about. I assume we'll play this one out. Even though it is non-conference, I assume that we won't let it end in a tie, but I would hope not. But they may also be talking about if this might change the way they play the JV game or something like that. But that's all stuff that Stuttgart could put to rest with a run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's see if we can get a walk-off here on this Thursday night. 3-3, Stuttgart's out, hit them 7-4. Jay Griffin digs in. First pitch from Rhodes is on the way. Curveball almost hit him in the head for ball 1. There's some of the fans for Stuttgart saying, wear it. Yeah, man, you stand up there and take a pitch. Those things hurt. Here's the 1-0 to Griffin. That one's high, 2-0. So a couple of missed high for Rhodes. He falls behind in the count. Defensively, man, DeWitt's leaving those lines wide open. Here's the 2-0. That one misses high, ball 3. Of course, I don't know that Stuttgart's going to turn around Rhodes here. He's got a little more velo than the last 2 pitchers, I should say. He's working fast. Here's the 3-0. That's a strike. Boy, Griffin thought he had a ball 4. That was a strike. I tell you, he might have a complaint about Rhodes quick pitching him, though, because Rhodes is already on the rubber with the ball, ready to go. And Coach Brown's going to call time. Rhodes just kind of he's upset. I'm not sure what you're upset about, young man. This is a big inning. I mean, why, because that last pitch, that was a quick pitch. They didn't get him, but Griffin never actually looked up. And the ball he was in his delivery. Now, that's how you do it. All right, here comes the 3-1 from Rhodes. Curveball, that was a good one. That was a heck of a pitch there, and he's full. Well, Rhodes is demonstrative out there. A lot of action. He's ready with it. Here's the 3-2. Ooh! They say that one caught the outer third, and that's a strikeout of Griffin. Maybe a little bit generous over that outer quarter. And that is a strikeout, the 4th strikeout of the game for Colton Rhodes. He has faced 4 batters. He has struck 4 batters out. He might have gotten a little bit of a gift there from our home plate umpire. That one looked like it missed out, but it'll go down as a strikeout in the book, and Kipton Carey bats. He takes a strike on the outer half. Top of the order on deck for Stuttgart. Austin Fontenot. As the 0-1 delivery is another curveball. That was definitely at the top of the zone. As Carey walks away, he actually turned back and looked at the home plate umpire. Now our home plate umpire is going to talk to the Stuttgart fans. He's calling time, and he just did the thing you don't do as an umpire. He said if you say one more word, you can go. You never say that, because now you've backed yourself into a corner. You say, I'm done. You never say, don't say another word. And to be fair, the Ricebird faithful giving him a little heck there. They feel like that 3rd strike call on Griffin was a little off. They definitely thought that 2nd strike on Kipton Carey was at the top of the zone, maybe above it. They let the home plate umpire know about it, and Buddy, he quickly and now he's talking to Coach Brown. I tell you what, he's kind of created a little bit of his problems here by being so vocal with the home stands and the home coaches. I mean, I haven't heard anything beyond what should be expected here as that pitch misses away 1-2. So a little fireworks here in Stuttgart on a Thursday night. 3-3, 1 out, bases empty. Rhodes working very fast on that rubber. Here it is, and that one catches the inner quarter, and that's strike 3 called. That's another one of those nice curveballs from Rhodes. But, yeah, our home plate umpire, maybe a little radar ear, a little bunny ears there. He took that mask off and walked all the way to the backstop, hollering the whole time saying if you say one more word, which they have said more than one word, so they've already said more than he was supposed to say. This is why you don't say one more word, because you're not going to back that up. All right, 1-0 on the batter. Let's see if Fontenot can get a little 2-out magic here as he fouls that one to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Cameron Rogers goes to get the baseball. Well, Stuttgart needs to slow Rhodes down a little bit. He is really pushing the quick pitch. They just need to take their time and make him slow down a little bit. He's rushing them. Here's the pitch to Fontenot. He fouled it off into the mitt for strike 2. He's done a good job since he's come on, though. He has struck out all 5 batters that he has faced this afternoon. 3 of them looking. That pitch is above the zone, and it's 2-2. Rhodes will step off the rubber now. Actually, he steps off the dirt as he gets set for the 2-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it for the Ricebirds. In the 7th, we're going to extra innings as Rhodes, for the 2nd inning in a row, has struck out the side. And we head to the top of the 8th. We're going to wait right now until we see who the pitcher of record is going to be. It might, let's see. Haven't seen anybody head out to the mound yet. Can't see a number. Well, they're going to go ahead and gather up down that first base line, so we'll take our break. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is going to be when we come back in 90 seconds. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network, powered by Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus.
Start a rewarding career in healthcare and get into the workforce quickly. Baptist Health College Little Rock will help you find success. Our patient care technician course is only 5 weeks, and qualified students can receive 100% of their tuition and fees paid with a 1-year work contract at Baptist Health Medical Center, Conway, Little Rock, or North Little Rock. Your life-changing career begins at Baptist Health College Little Rock. Visit bhclr.edu for more information.
We're Pearson Company, and we can build you the pre-engineered steel building you need with features to reduce energy and maintenance costs, yet custom designed exactly to your requirements without added cost or extra time. Whether it's a complete turnkey project for your office or a factory or a warehouse, Pearson Company offers you more for your building dollar. With over 30 years of time-tested experience and professional service, you can count on Pearson Company. Pearson Company, 209 North Burkle in Stuttgart. Call 673-6984.
Red River Ford Toyota is the fastest growing Toyota dealership in Arkansas. They also have those great Ford trucks and SUVs. Visit Red River at 1903 North Falls Boulevard in Wynn. Call them at 870-238-7770 or visit them online at redriverfordtoyota.com. You can even do everything online and they'll deliver your vehicle to you. And with many makes and models on their pre-owned lot, you're sure to find the vehicle that fits your needs. Red River Ford Toyota, 1903 North Falls Boulevard in Wynn, Arkansas.
Jay Griffin will be the new pitcher of record for the Ricebirds in the top of the 8th inning. He will see 2, 3, and 4. Hang on, that's not right. He will see 4, 5, and 6. My apologies. 4, 5, and 6 in the Dragon lineup. That is Jax Poston, the pitcher of record, Colton Rhodes, and the right fielder, Dale. Ricebirds, their 3rd game of the week, so the pitching is limited tonight. Ricebirds threw Nathan Spoon on Monday, Dagan Duncan and Axton McCray on Tuesday. They got a great outing from Hayden Prine. He will not earn the win. He'll be tagged with a no decision, but he goes 7, gives up 4 hits. Walked 2, hit 1, had a couple of errors that hurt him. All 3 of the Dragon runs unearned, and he leaves with a tie score. Jay Griffin going to try to get the Birds back at the plate with a clean top of the 8th. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Had fireworks in the 7th inning. Our home plate umpire took a lot of exception to the Ricebird stands disagreeing with his strike zone. He let them know about it with no hesitation. 1-0 misses, 2-0. Big moment here for Jay. I believe this probably is, I'm sure, his first, maybe his first appearance in varsity on the mound. As he delivers the 2-0, that's a swing and a miss. Hayden Prine stayed in the game. He's at second as the 2-1 misses high. Not sure if Kipton Carey maybe. No, that's a lefty out there in left. I believe they moved Cameron Rogers to left. Might have moved Kipton Carey to right. I'm not sure. And that's a leadoff walk of Poston. So leadoff walk for the Dragons, and Coach Brown immediately out of the dugout. 5-pitch walk for the Dragon catcher. He's going to bring his infield to the mound as the Dragons have something cooking here in the top of the 8th inning. Looks like they're going to, this is just a calm down conversation. No action in Stuttgart's bullpen. Trying to see if I can see the right fielder's number. See who it is. I don't think it's Kipton Carey. Courtesy runner for DeWitt. London will come into the game. And Colton Rhodes will bat. Rhodes came in the 6th inning, and he has struck out all 6 men that he's faced. He bats here with nobody out and a runner at first. First pitch is a generous strike over the outer corner. London with a very small lead at first. Right now, Stuttgart just needs Griffin to throw strikes. Bo Barnes well in on the grass at third, looking for the bunt. I don't think they're going to bunt Rhodes. That pitch, they called strike. He's definitely not bunting now, but I don't expect him to bunt Rhodes. I don't expect him, well, so far, I don't think DeWitt's going to bunt at all. Time called as Rhodes steps out for a moment. Now he's ready. Griffin way ahead with an 0-2 count on the batter. London with a baby lead over there at first. They're holding him on. That's Duncan. Griffin, as Rhodes asks for time, he'll step out. Griffin taking too long. Here's the 0-2. Tried the outside corner and missed, and the count's 1-2 now. That was a good spot, though. Good spot to miss on 0-2. It's been straight fastballs for number 23, Jay Griffin, so far in this inning. As London still with a very small lead. Here's the pitch outside. Good job by Wittenberg to keep it in front. That one kind of a sweeper. And it's 2-2 now. Dale in the on-deck circle. Golden after him. Nobody out, runner at first. Top 8 tied at 3, DeWitt and Stuttgart. Here's the 2-2. Pop up, out of play. Finds the seats. As Rhodes trying to battle back from that 0-2 count. Two balls and 2 strikes. Griffin gives the look over to London at first. Now he delivers the pitch to Rhodes. Swing and a miss, and that's the first out of the inning. Griffin gets Rhodes to strike out on a pitch outside of the zone, and there's one gone here in the top of the 8th. That brings Dale, the right fielder, to the plate with a man at first and 1 out. That pitch misses up and away for ball 1. I say what? I tell you, that's not Dale. That's a pinch hitter, number 19 into the game. See if we can get his name. Swinging a foul at the plate. Is that number 19? There is not a number 19 on this roster.
Whatever you gotta do.
If that's 19, there's not a number 19 on the roster. Not on the one that I was given. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a pop-up foul. I'm just double checking here. That's definitely number 19, and this roster does not have a number 19 on it, unless they were given a different roster than I took a picture of. 1 ball, 2 strike count to whoever number 19 is for the Dragons. Outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. Griffin gives the look to London, who's bouncing around over at first. Now the pitch is on the way, and that one's going to go to the backstop. Dragons will advance the runner into scoring position. And they've got a runner in scoring position. 3-2 count on the batter. So after getting ahead 0-2, number 19 for the Dragons has worked the count all the way back full. And Golden should be on deck. I believe that is him. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. London stands at second, tied at 3, top of the 8th inning. Here it is from Jay Griffin, swinging a drive down the right side. It's going to go foul, and we'll do it again. Still not sure who the new right fielder is for the Rice Birds. Needing to turn around so I can get that number. Could be Bray Covington? I don't think so. Number 19 at the plate with a 3-2 count as Griffin comes sent, has the baseball in the glove from the belt, checks on London. Here's the pitch, swinging a drive to Fontenot in center. He ranges to his right. He will make the catch. Runner cannot tag, and there's 2 gone here in the top of the 8th inning. Fontenot covered a lot of ground, made the catch. London had to stay put, and Griffin is 1 out away from getting out of the top of the 8th inning. London will come to the, that is Golden to the plate, and boy, Golden, he is feeling the pressure because he is 1 strikeout away from 4 tonight. What is 4? Is that the Golden Sombrero? I think that's isn't that what they call that? The 3's, I think 3 you have the collar. I can't remember. I think it's 4 is the Golden Sombrero. Maybe it's 5. You don't want it, I know that. All right, first one to Golden as he bats, and the first pitch he sees is at the knees for strike 1. London stands at second. He is courtesy running for Poston, who reached with a leadoff walk. Boy, those leadoff walks have a tendency to score more often than they don't, but Griffin's trying to keep it at second. Back to a strikeout and a fly out to center field has the Rice Birds 1 out from getting back into the dugout. Here's the 1-strike delivery from Griffin, and he missed outside, evens the count at 1 apiece. Rice Birds playing a little deeper in left right now. They're about, I'd say Rogers is a good 2 or 3 steps deeper. He's guarding the line pretty closely as well. Golden, as we've mentioned a couple of times, the biggest kid in the DeWitt lineup. As Griffin comes with the 1-1, way outside. Wittenberg does a good job to keep that one from getting to the backstop. 2 balls and a strike. Guthrie on deck. Guthrie came into the game for Glidwell back in the 3rd inning. And he reached on an error. Actually, that error drove in 2 runs for DeWitt. Here's the 2-1, and that one it hit him. That's going to make London have to go back to second on that dead ball hit by a pitch. Golden on base for the first time tonight, and the Dragons have runners at first and second. 2 outs, and number 26, Guthrie at the plate. It's the second HBP for Rice Bird pitching today. As Guthrie, as I've already said, Guthrie came into the game in the 4th, it was the 5th. And his only plate appearance tonight, no, he did come in the 4th. He has had 2 plate appearances. He's 0 for 2, but his E7 flyout in the 6th scored 2 runs to give the Dragons a 3-2 lead. It's 3-3 now, and the top of the 8th inning is the first pitch from Griffin is down and away for ball 1. London stands at second. Golden stands at first. Griffin walked the leadoff man, and he's gotten the last 2, although he did just give a free base on an HBP to Golden. As he checks on the runner at second, here's the pitch. That one gets to the backstop. Everybody's going to move up. Everybody's going to move up, and now something to the backstop could give the Dragons a lead. A base hit could score 2. So 2 in scoring position for DeWitt. 2-0 count on the batter as Griffin has kind of lost the strike zone for the last few pitches. Mr. Schutte himself is on deck. That's number 4, Ross, the second baseman. He's got 1 hit today. He's 1 for 3 with a single and a fly out to right and a pop up to second. As Griffin now works out of the windup with a runner at third. And, boy, good job by Wittenberg gloving that one, or it would have been a 4-3 DeWitt lead. That one, he threw about 59.5 feet. Kind of hung on to that one a beat longer, and Griffin is 1 ball away from walking the bases loaded. He's going to step off for a minute, take a deep breath. Now he's ready. Got the baseball in the glove. The right-hander from the windup. Has the sign. Kicks. And here's the 3-0. Boy, he's just gotten it. Now the ball gets past Wittenberg. They're going to try to score London, and he crosses the plate to give the Dragons a 4-3 lead. That one off the glove of Wittenberg allows the run to score, and the pitch was a ball outside. That allows Guthrie to advance to first, and there's runners at the corners and 2 outs, and we're going to have a pitching change. Coach Brown comes in. He's going to take the baseball from Jay Griffin. He's going to bring in the left-hander Cameron Rogers to try to get Stuttgart out of this jam here in the top of the 8th inning. They trail by 1. We'll be back in 90 seconds. You're listening to Rice Bird Baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network.
Blue Seal Petroleum in DeWitt and Stuttgart stocks a huge selection of tires for the farm and the family with interest-free financing for up to 6 months. When you're ready for tires for your car, truck, or SUV, call Blue Seal. With brands like Cooper, Michelin, BF Goodrich, Bridgestone, and Firestone, you'll always get the best tires at the best price at Blue Seal. When you need new tires, Blue Seal Petroleum on South Whitehead Drive in DeWitt, 870-946-2281, or on South Park Avenue in Stuttgart, 870-673-3126.
Tohatsu Outboard offers 4-stroke motors from 2.5 to 250 horsepower, and all with a 5-year warranty. Built with their one-of-a-kind direct injection technology, Tohatsu has revolutionized environmental performance, uncompromising in their pursuit of durable and lightweight outboard motors. And with interest rates as low as 4.99% financing, now is the time to get a new Tohatsu motor from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Call Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart or click on maxbw.com. Great service and competitive prices. Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. The hunt begins here.
Hi, this is Kim Bethay. And I'm Emily Smith, Kim and M from Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop in downtown Stuttgart. Spring is starting to show up around here, and so are our new arrivals. We're putting out fresh finds every single day. From boutique gifts to seasonal home touches, there's always something new to see. Stop by and visit us at 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart, or call, text, or FaceTime the gift shop at 870-659-0777.
Rice Birds in a jam here in the top of the 8th inning. 1 run has crossed the plate. They trail 4-3, and the Dragons have runners at the corners with 2 outs. New pitcher is Cameron Rogers. The left-hander moves in from left field. Jay Griffin will go back out to left as the bottom of the order for DeWitt, number 4, Ross. The second baseman will come to the plate. Ross 1 for 3 today with a single, a couple of pop-ups, well, a fly out and a pop-up. We'll see if DeWitt starts the runner here with the first pitch as Rogers, the lefty, gives him a look. There's the pitch. Runner stays, and the pitch is a strike. Oh, we've reached the time of the night where we're just giving away popcorn. That's the reason Fontenot was going to give me the popcorn, because he got it for free. And I thought he was showing some brotherly love there. Oh, you did? Terrible time. You shouldn't have to pay for popcorn. You're the PA man. I'm going to write a strongly worded letter. That pitch was down, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner stayed put. Runner's now at the corners. Here's the pitch from Rogers. Fouled to the right side, strike 2. I always tell the Coach Deaton and the Rice Bird coaches, my price to do the PA stuff on Friday night is Diet Coke. I have to get a can of Diet Coke every night. That's all I ask. And so far, they've always provided. Here comes the 1-2 from Rogers. Inside, almost hit him. 2-2. Lights are off over at Ned Mosley. Soccer practice has been over. Lady Rice Birds lost their matchup to Monticello 6-2, so Stuttgart in danger of having an 0-2 tonight. 0-2 night after winning the first 4 of the season. Runners get their leads. Here the 2-2 comes. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside, and we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Rogers strands 2. Stuttgart needs 1 to keep playing, 2 to win it. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Rice Bird Baseball on the EAB Sports Radio Network, powered by Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus.
Are you tired of unreliable internet service? Do you constantly run over your data plan? Are you having trouble getting internet service where you live? With TextStream high-speed internet, you'll get consistent high speeds and low latency that doesn't stop at city limits. TextStream high-speed internet is perfect for homes, small and large businesses, farmers, and hunting clubs. You'll be able to stream, game, and surf with no interruptions. Servicing Arkansas, Lonoke, Prairie, Jefferson, and Lincoln counties. TextStream is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet solution. Call toll-free 866-268-0101 or visit TextStream.net.
A generator is one of those things you never think about until you really need it. Luckily, Durden's in Stuttgart is your local authorized Generac dealer, and that means we can sell, install, and provide warranty service on your generator. And that's a big deal because a generator is a big investment, and you're depending on it to work properly when you need it. Call us today at 673-1356 to learn more about home backup options, portable generators, and even commercial options for your business. And let's save the candlelight dinners just for date night.
Durden's in Stuttgart. Guaranteed comfort since 1960.
Ricebird Baseball on Country 97.3. Part of the EAB radio network, powered by Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus. Cole Sherman, Evan Watkins, Andrew Skinner on the broadcast tonight. Game number 3 of the week for the Ricebirds. Stuttgart 2-0 right now, beat Heber Springs and Warren on Monday and Tuesday. They're in a battle with the Dragons, trailing 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3 games in a week is tough. Hard on your pitching. Ricebirds threw it well. Hayden Prine gave them 7 innings, 3 runs, none of them earned. But I think Coach Brown is beginning to run out of arms down there. Cameron Rogers came in, shut the door, and kept another run from crossing the plate with a strikeout of Ross. Cameron Rogers will lead things off here in the 8th. It's 2-3-4, heart of the lineup for the Birds. First pitched from Rhodes is swung on, popped up, foul, out of play. Rogers has not had a great game. He is 0 for 3, struck out twice, and popped up to the right fielder. So that means he's due right now. Really, Bo Barnes, the only Ricebird that has swung it well tonight, as the 0-1 is a strike. And Rogers is behind, no balls and 2 strikes. 4-3, Stuttgart needs 1 to keep it going, 2 to win it. 0-2, swing and a miss, pulled the string. Rogers swings through that pitch that was up, and there's 1 gone here in the 8th. Bo Barnes at the plate. Bo has had a very good game. He is 2 for 3 today with a double, a single, and 2 runs scored. He bats with 1 out and the base is empty. First one from Rhodes is outside. Dragons still giving up the lines down left field. Off speed up 2-0. Ricebirds need base runners. Barnes is ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Dagan Duncan is on the on-deck circle. 2-0 is on the inner half for a strike. That's not a pitch you want to swing at 2-0. Good take. Couldn't do much with that. It would have tied him up. He would have fisted it to the right side, if anything. Rhodes shakes off the sign. Let's see what he wants here. 2-1 is on the way, and Bo swings and misses, and it's 2-2. Might have put a little cut on that one. Wasn't a fastball, wasn't a curveball or a slider. It might have had a little cut. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Rhodes. Off speed, struck him out. So Bo down swinging, and the Ricebirds are down to their final out of the night. And it's Dagan Duncan. Duncan is actually 2 for 3 today. Only one of those swings was a good contact. But he's 2 for 3. He's been left stranded twice. And let's see if Dagan can get something to drive here. Hayden Prine in the on-deck circle. Ricebirds down to their final out, trailing DeWitt 4-3. Bottom of the 8th, I'm sorry, and that pitch is a strike over the outer third. Quickly, Rhodes right back into the box. Dagan wisely asks for time, trying to keep Rhodes from quick pitching. As the 0-1 is on the way, inside, ball 1. That one goes to the backstop. Good battle here. Base is empty. Here's the 1-1. Off speed. Boy, Dagan stayed back, but he just couldn't square it up. And he's down to his final strike. Ricebirds down to their final strike. Rhodes will saunter off the mound back towards second base as Dagan is in the box, ready to go with the 1-2. Here it is from Rhodes, swinging a drive the right side, but it's going to hook foul. Way out in front there. And we'll do the 1-2 again. Now Dagan's going to take a walk. He steps out of the box, steps out of the dirt. Rhodes goes back, picks up the rosin back. Now both players are ready for the 1-2 delivery. They're going to go up. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out, and Rhodes came into the game. He faced 9 batters. He struck 9 batters out, and the Ricebirds dropped this one tonight to the DeWitt Dragons by a final score of 4-3. Colton Rhodes with a masterpiece, closing the door, pitches 3 innings, gets the win, and the Dragons pick up the W. Stuttgart falls to 2-1 on the season. Ricebirds out hit them 7-4, but a couple of errors lead to 3 unearned DeWitt runs, and that is the difference as the Ricebirds fall here tonight. Final score is 4-3. We'll let you know that our next broadcast will be on Tuesday, March the 10th, 5 p.m., when the Lady Ricebird softball team will host Carlisle. Then the 16th against Joe T. Robinson. That's also a softball game. Our next baseball broadcast won't be until March the 17th. The Stuttgart's going to be on the road here for a couple of weeks. March 17th when Stuttgart hosts Dumas right here at Ricebird Field. So thank you so much for making us a part of your Thursday night. On behalf of Andrew Skinner and Evan Watson back at the station, reminding you one more time, Stuttgart falls tonight to the Dragons. Final score 4-3. Thanks for watching on this Thursday night. We'll talk to you again next Tuesday night when the Lady Ricebirds